Check 1, check 2.
While you're doing that,
Bro, it's only gonna take a second. We're in. We're back. The audio's on. I see it. Yes, sir.
John.
Okay, guys, can you hear us now? Go ahead and type something if you hear us.
there you go. Perfect.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
There's a buzz on the earphones.
That's just a headphone, I'm sure. How about now?
That's good.
All right, cool. Okay, guys, sorry about that. We said so much, we said a lot of cool stuff that you guys missed out on. But anyway, thanks for joining us on this Wednesday night. Usually we do Tuesday nights, but we did Wednesday to accommodate our guest schedule. As usual, we do our best to accommodate our guests. And once again, I'd like to introduce my partner in crime, my partner that's never on time, Ara Basil's in the house.
What's up, bros and brewheads? Let's introduce our guest.
Our guest is, I'm going to repeat what I said because it was kind of cool.
It's okay. Repeat it.
All right. What I said originally was tonight I'm on a panel with 2 comedians and Basil's on a panel with 2 DJs, and it's the same guy.
Dun, dun,
25% of the Armenian Kings of Comedy, Antic, is in the house.
What's up, fam? Good to be here, guys.
Anyway, thanks for being here, Antic, and we'd like to also thank you guys for tuning in. Do us a favor and go ahead and share this podcast. We apologize for the audio problems, but it's raining, so we'll just chalk it up to that. Anyway, I'm not gonna sing. I'm gonna save you guys. I'm gonna spare you guys.
Thank you.
What are you talking about, bro? I'm better than 95% of these restaurant Armenian singers.
Oh my God. Okay,
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
I wouldn't know.
Redo that episode.
Let's
Harry's going to get 86 in Glendale restaurants.
with respect to all of them, of course.
Of course, with respect.
To the 5%, yeah.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
A lot going on.
A lot going on.
Should we
You know
make
what?
it small talk?
This is what I'm going to
It's
do.
raining hard out there.
Of course it is. Give me a sec.
It's raining cats and dogs.
Oh, yeah. He's good.
The Mike Nazi.
He's good.
I am a Mike Nazi. I need that thing to work fine, So, again, guys, a lot of stuff going on. First up, I want to ask you a couple questions. I wasn't able to come to the first Armenian King of Comedy show at Alex Theater.
Yeah, how did that go?
I'm sure it went great, but what was your experience? I just want to hear your experience because I don't think we've talked about it since you. Okay.
It was great, man. It was great. It was really cool. I mean, 4 different performers, completely different people, all completely different.
Oh yeah,
styles
I've performed with all of you guys.
Yeah. So to have everybody there, and besides us, just have everybody's fans see how well they meshed well together, and it was an awesome experience, man. It was one for the books. I think we made people happy. We raised funds.
I want to talk about that, bro. Let's talk about Hike for Heroes.
Yeah.
So what's this organization you're partnering with?
Hike for Our Heroes. They have an interesting story. They started during COVID. They started putting hikes together during you donate to go on a hike with them, and a big it started growing and whatever. So they branched out. They're doing all kinds of stuff. They do the Vartavar Festival in Glendale every year, which has been a smash hit too. So all kinds of stuff, man. So I know the guy. I know Tavit, and we work well together. And there's a lot going on with who to trust, who not to trust.
Of course,
you go for someone you personally
very important.
know. I've known a long time. So
yeah,
very important.
And we have to trust someone. We have to.
Of course, we have to do something.
You have to what do we just stop trusting?
Right.
The sad reality is after the second Artsakh war in 2000, everybody I think lost faith. In the nonprofits and Armenian nonprofits, and it's very sad because there's a lot of decent, honest nonprofits.
Of course.
And I'm sorry, I'm going to call it out. The Armenian Fund. Okay, they had a major snafu to the point where people started auditing their money. They basically called them and said, "Where'd my money go?"
Right.
Okay, so it was pretty bad. It was very unfortunate, And this is a joke I always say. 10, 15 years ago, it was probably 2010, 11. The telethon one of the organizers called me.
The Thanksgiving telephone? Or
Yeah, that one. Okay. And they go, Ara, we'd like you to MC the event. I said, I'd love to. And then they go, how many, is your material in Armenian? I go, yeah, it's Armenian. He goes, how much of that is in Armenian? I go, none. Call Vahe Berberian. So my whole thing was, this telethon's been going on since I've been in school. How long does it take to build this damn road?
Right.
40 years, bro. Come on, man.
It's nuts.
I wonder if, I heard it was built eventually.
It is built eventually, but 40 years to build a road? Come on.
Right.
And then I heard that infrastructure was built too. Other type, not just a road. I heard that there was school that was built.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the last I've heard. I don't know what else. I mean, they do it every year.
The thing is, it's so unfair that we compare like Armenia to the best damn country in the world. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
How long? It's unfair to Armenia.
I know.
But 40 years is a long time to build a damn road. Like there's no question about that. You know, so yeah, no. But like going back to the show, we like to say putting the fun back in fundraiser. You know what I mean? So I feel like we're in a rebuilding phase as Armenians right now. It's very obvious, and that's where we should be.
Yeah,
absolutely,
so,
absolutely.
We're doing comedy shows. We can make the best of it. You know what I mean? But
and you have 2 more coming up, right?
There's 2 more coming up. Yeah, they're both actually sold out already. February 17th.
So
and
you
18th.
can't get tickets. Sorry, you snooze, you lose.
You guys let me know. I'll let you in through the back door, bro. Chill with us backstage. But it was cool, man. For me personally, man, it was a dream come true sharing the stage with Vahe because not to take anything away from the other guys, everybody was great there, but I've always had this vision that one day
Vahe's
awesome,
dude.
man. He's so cool. So it was an honor for me because this is something I've even talked to him about years ago, and the fact that it happened, it was really cool. It unfolded really well. Jack killed it. Kev Word Count is just a freaking ball of energy,
as I've told you, I've known Jack and Kev for a while. I know Jack for a long while.
So,
but I've never
3
had
Armos and a piano comedy tour. The comedy tour that never was because of COVID.
Right.
We had dates lined up. COVID hit, shut the world down.
Yeah, bro.
And we move on.
And then, as you can see in the corner, a little corner on the side.
Someone's still salty about that little corner.
It's all right. No, I'm not a comedian, bro. I'm not going to make a joke out of it. Anyway, yeah, like I was telling you, I've known Jack for a long time, and then Kev for a while, and I haven't had the pleasure of meeting Vahe yet, and I'm looking very forward to meeting them.
How have you not met Vahe?
I haven't met Vahe.
You are so entrenched in the Armenian entertainment scene.
It's weird. I've never met him.
That's insane.
Our paths have never crossed. So.
Vahe and me actually.
But I've been, I've watched him. I enjoy his comedy. I think the man is brilliant. It'd be an honor to meet him. I look forward to meeting him.
So he's awesome, bro.
Dude, I've known Vahe 20, 30 years now, and we're in a project together called Warriors and Saints with Roger Kupelian, and he plays a pagan priest. And this is the story of the transition of Armenia during paganism to Christianity.
Right, sure.
And I play an Armenian noble and all that stuff. So the project is actually going to be completed soon. So it's going to be on Patreon, and hopefully Netflix and a couple other things will pick it up. So let's see what happens. But amazing entertainer, like you said. He's a Renaissance man to the point where the man writes poetry. He writes plays. He does comedy. He paints.
Yeah.
The guy's a Renaissance man.
Yeah, he's special, man.
He's a special man. Yeah.
Many talents, man of many talents.
Exactly.
Yeah. He just as simple as the energy.
And
he gives off,
you can
Absolutely.
say you can also say the same about Kev. Kev is an actor, a comedian,
100%.
a musician, a freaking world class pianist, not just a regular pianist.
No,
Yes. Yeah.
So-
make sure you stress the T. And
I did.
Pianist.
And I stressed not just pianist, it's pianist.
Well, it's so interesting. Like I said, all 4 of us were very different people.
Right?
Yeah.
They're in the beginning before the show. We had to go outside and take a group picture. And it's interesting because me and Vahe are the introverts, and the other 2 are
Oh
just,
yeah.
We're the intro. So we take the picture, and then we're on brand, bro. So you imagine people are seeing us. If they don't see me, they see Vahe. If they don't see Vahe, they see Jack.
Right.
So people are already starting to come, to take pictures, have conversations, and Jack and Kev are just
Right into it.
the Energizer bunnies.
Yeah.
Me and like Vahe are like, we're doing it, but there just came a point where like, because you also have a show coming up.
Right, let's go inside and prepare.
You have a
Right,
show
yeah,
coming
yeah,
up, bro.
yeah.
So I turned around to Vahe. I was like, Vahe, I can't. I think I got.
Okay,
to go inside.
there's
Vahe's like, ayo, yes, Loki's near tank.
This is exactly how What you just described is how Moz is before shows. Moz will not meet anybody outside. He won't sit there and chat with anybody outside before the show. And it's always like when we would do the shows, it would be like me, Aaron Cater, and Ahmed. Ahmed would always mingle with everybody. Moz inside.
These are other comedians,
Yeah.
guys. If you know Moz, you guys know Moz. You've been watching it. Ahmed, you may not know, but he's very
Egyptian
funny guy, too.
comic.
Egyptian
Very,
comic.
very
And
funny
Aaron
Egyptian
Cater,
comic.
I don't know what happened. He dropped off the face of the
Yeah,
earth.
I don't think
so-
Aaron does comedy anymore.
But,
he was
also
to
a
your
very
point,
funny
he's also
comedian.
an introvert, Moz. You know, like, and then after the show, he'll talk to people a little bit, but before the show, he doesn't want to see anybody.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I get it.
I don't want to hear questions.
Right.
I don't want you walking too close
know.
to me. I like that.
You want to get into the zone.
You want to get
Yeah,
into the zone
but-
because you're about to go full on
Of
extrovert
course.
on the stage. You
Of
know, and you're
course.
going to give it everything you got.
Exactly. At the end of the day, everybody has their own, set personality, and not everyone is, as outgoing as others. So
Look,
it's like
after the show, I'm
great.
gonna have.
After
Yeah,
the
I
show is
get it.
different.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have a drink and be the most extroverted.
Exactly.
person there,
right.
After the show's different.
Right. But yeah, you need preparation time. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And so we got 2 more coming up. And then what else do you have coming up? Anything big that you want to? We'll go over it later too, and also we'll put it on our YouTube page on the bottom here.
So I definitely want to bring my podcast back. I have a whole season on my
awesome.
Antic show. So
Awesome.
I think this is the first time I'm saying it out loud since I stopped doing it. But definitely going to go back to that. You guys are currently inspiring me here for that too. So
Yeah.
Very good.
little shows coming up here and there, man. So I'll
Okay.
hopefully have some big announcements soon. But just creating, man, trying to stay creative, trying to stay sane in this crazy world. And, I think just the hardest part of stand up is the writing process, man. And like, I've realized that
People don't understand it's not easy.
it's
like,
the hardest thing in the world.
bro, you can come up with a joke. It's funny with 2 or 3 people, but then
Right.
you got to cultivate it. You got to work on it. You got to turn it into a bit, and then
Yeah.
you test it on bigger crowds and all that stuff.
And then the worst part where there's only one way to know if it works or not.
You have to do it in
Take
front of a
the
crowd.
risk of going up there and saying it, bro.
Exactly.
And the craziest thing is,
stand up is never the same.
It's
twice.
I was
never the
just
same.
going to
Different
tell you, I was just going to
audiences.
say
Never,
that it's crazy because I've seen the same bit done by the same comedian between on 2 different crowds. I mean, I'm not going to say
Oh,
which
yeah.
comedian. One time it kills, everyone's dying.
Oh,
Second
yeah.
time, not a peep. You're like, well, it's the
It
same
doesn't
damn.
make
It's
sense.
the same
different
joke.
audiences, different crowds, different
Same
nights,
joke.
different mindsets.
Yeah.
And it's such a specific form of entertainment because it's not like music where me and you could be having a conversation while the band's
Of
playing.
course.
Chilling. With stand-up comedy, it's either full undivided
Divided attention.
attention
Yeah.
or nothing.
This
bro.
is
You
why
don't
I
have a show.
hated doing banquets.
Yeah,
when
bro.
people say, come do a banquet,
Oh.
bro, there's no point. You're talking for 30 minutes. You're doing
People
your
are
act. People are
eating,
eating.
they're
Pass the
talking-
hummus. I don't know
yeah.
what this guy's talking about. Like, it's so distracting.
Nobody loves comedy more than me, and I wouldn't want to see a comedian. I wouldn't want to see
Exactly.
Seinfeld at a bar on this.
Exactly. No, 100%. 100%.
I wouldn't mind seeing Seinfeld.
So
there. That'd
this
be
is
kind of
this is what I would
cool.
tell people. I would say I would do it after the food is taken off the table.
Or do it before. The
No,
food.
no. After the food is taken off the table, I'll do my act.
Bro, Armenian
Or right
banquet
before,
house
so
food
that's
is
it.
not going to get
The-
taken off the table.
Yeah, the best it could possibly be is if you're the icebreaker, you're the welcome committee.
Yeah, or the MC.
That's
Yeah,
the only,
exactly. The
So
opening
whenever
show.
I do
Yeah.
get calls for stuff like that, it's like we can find a way to host where I'll do a couple bits, introduce whatever it is that I'm going to introduce, but. No man, no way, bro.
Yeah.
I've had bad experiences with those, earlier.
I've had Basil actually do one of.
That was a fun night, though.
It was though. That's what I was.
That
gonna
was a
say.
Christmas
That's where-
Eve night.
That's where I'm going with it.
Yeah, that was a fun night.
It was a fun night. Everyone enjoyed it. They were laughing their asses off. And it's like,
Again, we did it before the
no,
food
no,
was
there was
served.
food. There was meza on the table.
Was there?
Of course there is.
Okay.
It's Armenian banquet hall. Are you
Okay.
kidding me?
Bro, so I guess the big question of the night: why aren't you doing stand up no more, bro?
I am.
Are you?
I'm getting back into it.
Please do,
I'll
man.
tell you
We
why.
need you.
I tell you why I stopped. Okay. During COVID, I didn't like the way the audiences were moving. And I'm not talking Armenian audiences. I love my Armenian fans and I love my Armenian crowds. I'm talking about the comedy club scene and the Americans, the white liberals. People got offended. And I saw a lot of my friends get offended and start getting canceled. I don't want to get canceled.
Right.
And I'm a controversial comic. I can say some shit that's gonna piss people off. You know, you both know.
Right.
Okay. So that's why I kind of took a back seat. Now it was detrimental because when you take a back seat, nobody remembers you.
Right.
So I want to get back into it, you know. And I did a show with Jack for the Pilibus comedy fundraiser
Yeah.
at the Haha
Yeah.
last week. It was good. It was a lot of fun. You know, and I'm gonna open up for my brother-in-law Angelo for a couple of dates. So
Nice.
let's see what happens with that.
I'd love to put you on the show, man. We need you back. bro.
Let's do it.
I'd love to do it.
Let's do it. I'll do 6-7 minutes for you guys.
We
if you want.
have to do another. We did a Bros and Brews event once last year, or was it last year?
It was at the Famous.
Yeah.
We did it at the Famous.
Yeah, we need to do another one. So
Yeah.
let's organize one more for
Let's do
our
it.
comedy showcase volume 2.
Let's do it.
How'd you initially get into stand-up?
That's an interesting story. Okay, so
Tonight Antic is taking over, and he's going to be interviewing Basil.
Someone's got to do this shit right, bro. How about you? We'll get to you, sir.
All right, so I was
curious. I'm
I
really
was I was 7-8 years old.
Meanwhile, I got to refill your.
I was 7-8 years old. I watched Eddie Murphy Delirious with my dad.
Thank you, bro.
With my dad.
No shit.
Okay, yeah. God bless his soul. We were sitting there. Eddie Murphy's dropping F-bombs. I'm 7-8 years old. I'm loving life. I go, fuck, I want to do this. I get older. You know, shit gets in the way. College, I'm an inch. And then I'm 25 years old. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm having a quarter-life crisis. Yeah. And I'm like, what am I missing in my life? I want to be an entertainer. So I started doing comedy, open mics. And I barely had 5 minutes. That was crap, 5 minutes, you know. And then all of a sudden, I was at the Comedy Store one night on an open mic. Sam Tripoli says, hey, you're Armenian. I go, yeah. He goes, hey, I'm doing this benefit for the bone marrow.
Bone marrow, yeah.
He goes, why don't you come on and do things? So I went. It was the first time I did the main room, and I was 5 shows, 6 shows in. Stunk the bed. I shit the bed.
Really?
But I knew everybody in the crowd, which was the funny thing. And then I did the show for about 7-8 years in a row and all that stuff. And I stopped in 2012. But then I had a lot of support from Middle Eastern comics, white comics, and everything. And I started getting I never turned down gigs. My thing was emceeing. So I was smart about it because nobody wanted to MC. So I went to the Improv, I went to the Laugh Factory, I went to the Comedy Store. I'm like, look, I'll MC your house shows.
Sick.
I just want to get stage time. I don't give a shit. And I was so good at it, I got pigeonholed as an MC, which is detrimental because then you're not going to move up as a feature or a headliner. People kept calling me, hey, all right, we need you to MC this event. We need you to MC this show. Fuck, bro.
Yeah.
And you know as well as I do, if you're an MC, nobody fucking remembers your show.
Right.
You can do the best 15 minutes of your life. You're there as an employee.
Right.
That's how they see you, you know? So I kind of, stopped doing the MC thing and stuff. And then, I just did comedies with Maz and my brother-in-law, Russell. I just started doing shows with them. And, that was it, and it just took off, but never had a special, never had anything. I shot my own special in 2012 running on Armenian time.
We sure did.
Yeah, we did.
That announcer is amazing.
That was a great announcer. I think he worked at a strip joint too with that voice.
Unbelievable announcer.
Next on the stage, we have Candy. Candy, make your way to the pole.
So, but yeah, dude, I enjoy getting back up on stage, and it's a lot of fun, man.
There's no feeling like
There's no feeling like it. There's no feeling like
the
it.
feeling before going up.
Yeah.
Which is jittery a little bit, but still like something you miss.
Yeah.
And then the feeling after a show that went your way.
Yeah. Plus another reason why I stopped doing it, because I was doing it for a while after COVID broke and the clubs opened and stuff. I don't know if you know, but my mom died of pancreatic cancer.
Jeez.
October of 2000. Thank you. October of 2022. It destroyed me. So I basically stayed to myself. I didn't go out. I didn't do shit. So that I wasted another year grieving. You know. But life goes on, Che.
But don't you feel like you have like a build up to now get up there and release now?
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that, man.
I know.
Sometimes
I
you
need that release
in everything.
Absolutely.
It's funny you say that because when I stopped doing comedy, I started getting anxiety. I started getting, my inner demons started coming back. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck, why am I feeling like this? I go, I know why. I'm not talking about my problems on stage anymore.
Yeah.
And comedy is the best therapy you could ever do.
It's the best.
Because you're getting paid to tell people your problems.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're laughing about it. You know?
Actually, comedy is what rekindled our friendship.
Yeah.
Because Ara and I had lost touch. We were friends before.
Yes.
We've been friends since the 90s.
Yeah.
We're old guys. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, and then we had lost touch. I got married, blah, blah, blah. Anyway. And then after that, he started doing shows at the Comedy Store.
The Ballistic Comedy Show, yeah.
So he messaged me out of the blue one day.
I'm like, I need a DJ.
Yeah, he's like, hey, bro, are you still DJing? I'm like, of course I'm DJing. I had actually just started back because I had stopped for about 5 years.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm doing comedy show. I need a DJ. I'm like, I'm not doing anything Sunday night. I'll come do it.
So we had a great run for about 8 years at the Comedy Store.
And we had
it
names.
was a lot of fun.
We had names on the
Dov
bill.
Davidoff, Brett Ernst, Sebastian Maniscalco.
Sebastian, we had Sebastian.
we had a lot of
Tom Green.
Tom Green would come on the show.
Russell
Harlan
once.
Williams, Russell came into the show.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't
mean,
even remember the names.
It's one of those times where it's like you're promoting your own show and you start calling everybody you know. Like,
Right.
dude, do me a solid. Come and do my set. Come and do my set. Come and do my set. And then
Freaking
boom.
what's her name dropped in one night, and like the whole crowd was like flabbergasted. Their jaws dropped. What's her name from Saturday? She was on-
Leslie Jones.
Leslie Jones.
Leslie Jones did a spot. That's
Armenian
right.
moms and dads. This lady's talking about and stuff. You know,
Leslie's
the whole
a
time.
ruthless comic.
And they're just watching her. Like,
Leslie's ruthless.
Yo, but the crowd, like the Armenian crowds, have changed a lot.
I know, but we're talking about 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
Compare 10 years ago.
Imagine
to
our
now.
parents going to the
Our
shows.
parents,
This is the
bro.
audience that we would get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
and
Yeah.
she's over there talking about dinglings and tacos.
Yeah,
So
Plus, the other thing I've noticed, I was telling Harry about this too. Social media, bravo to you guys because you guys took advantage of it and you ran with it.
Yeah.
So your fan base is now the young generation who watch these videos and
Yeah.
are on Instagram. My generation are your parents.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. 20 years ago, they would all come to the shows.
Yeah.
You
no,
know?
we're sandwiched between.
These kids don't know who I am now.
Baze, we're sandwiched between him and his parents.
We're in the limbo land
Yeah,
now.
we're like
you
a
know?
You guys are in, like life purgatory right now.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's what we are.
Man, I feel so young right now. It's great. I'm 37, guys.
Enjoy it
I'm
while it
37.
lasts.
Oh my God! I remember when I was 37. I was so young.
I was
That's
conquering the
such
world
a
at
long time
37.
ago.
I can't
Now I
believe
get out of bed fast. I pinch my shoulder.
No, but it's that age right now, guys, where like now I have like anxiety is a problem now, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I never
Anxiety
thought
was always
bro,
a problem.
I never knew what anxiety was.
Baze has a
I
great-
used to think people who had anxiety or claimed
Yeah, it was
I
bullshit.
thought they're
Yeah.
I thought they're
Yeah.
little bitches.
Little
Yeah,
bitches,
yeah,
yeah.
I swear to God, bro.
Yeah.
Basil has the best joke for that. He's like, when I was younger, I used to take drugs for fun. Now I take it to survive or something like that.
Yeah, I'm at the point in my life where I stopped taking drugs to have a good time, and I just start taking drugs to survive. Goodbye, marijuana and ecstasy. Hello, Prilosec and Lipitor.
It's exactly that.
That's exactly where I'm at in my
I
life.
take like 30 vitamins in the morning.
I take Tagamet because I don't want to get a freaking upset
It's funny.
stomach.
I have a like a pill box, bro. Like a Monday, Tuesday,
Like a
Wednesday.
nene.
But look, like a nene, but my shit's Batman. It's like a Batman, like, to make it seem as cool as possible. Like I'm convincing myself that like as vitaminleri خمس na Batman بس ora orgalas.
Should I want to spinach like Popeye?
It's so true, man. Bro, let me tell you guys, Friday, this is a fucking crazy thing. How drugs will fuck you up.
Hey, Henry. Thanks for tuning in.
Hi, Henry.
My nephew's sitting and you watch your language.
Okay, sorry. So I take all the vitamins, magnesium for my, to make me relax, vitamin D and all this shit. I'm an itch, right?
Although he's into Eminem now. I don't know why. Anyway, go ahead.
So I pinched my shoulder working out, and then my doctor gave me medicinal steroids, cortisol steroids.
Right.
Side effects of the steroids is anxiety, dizziness, high heart rate, basically every symptom that's going to tell you you're fucking dying, right?
He need curses right away.
Okay, sorry, bro. so I took it Thursday, felt fine. I'm like, this is nothing. I'll fucking take it, right? Friday, I take it, immediate anxiety. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm shaking, high heart rate, all this stuff. And I'm like, heart palpitations. And I'm like, oh my God, my arm's going numb. I'm about to call 911. Bro, it's bad. So then I realized I took a step back because it's all in your head, right? You're like, what changed? And I'm like,
Right.
I took these stupid steroids.
Right.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So once you tell your brain, look, we know what the problem is, it stopped.
Absolutely.
Bro,
It stopped.
I have
That's
it
all.
bad.
I think it's up here. Sorry. That's
It
just me.
is.
99% is up there.
100%.
I've had a lot of pushback when I said that because I've actually had relationships end over it. So it's up here.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
So-
but let me tell you, bro. Like, I have it bad. Like, when I was in 2005. Anyway, I'm in martial arts.
Yeah.
I'm sparring match. We're fighting one time. It's Valentine's Day 2005. I'll never forget, bro. He's gonna kick me in the face. I dodge it. His foot lands on my shoulder, my
Right.
left shoulder.
Yeah.
It pops out, stays out. So I'm in the hospital, and it's like it's not just boom boom. It was now like the nerves pulled my heart.
Yeah,
I'm in
yeah,
the
yeah.
hospital like
Oh,
this, bro.
shit.
I swear to God. So obviously there's some nerve damage
Yeah.
here. So my left arm tingles and numbs regularly, bro.
Yeah.
So imagine how many times a day I'm like, oh. Do you know how many times a day I think I'm dying? Regularly, like 5 today minimum, bro. Like if I hold my phone too long, make it like
Yeah.
It's like the static of the TV, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think think you're. I think I'm like. Is it normal to think you're dying multiple times in a day? Is this normal, bro?
It's not normal at 37. At 47, yes.
Not even at 47, guys. Sorry, dude.
Heart palpitations is new
It's
to me.
crazy.
bro.
I have a
It's
bad
new to me.
left shoulder as well. Like, but I fell off a bike when I thought, my cousin could ride us home with me on the handlebars like an idiot. So I flew off the bike and I hurt my foot.
Damn.
But to this day,
Yeah.
I can't.
It's never gonna be the same.
It's never going to be the same.
It's never the same. Anyway, yeah. So the topic is that we're taking drugs just to survive.
That's it.
That's basically it. It's crazy because when I met Antic, or Armand, as I call him Antic for Tish.
Go by the birth certificate, bro.
He was a up and coming DJ.
I was hosting parties. Remember?
Oh, that's
Lights
right.
Out?
That's right. You were hosting parties.
When
Sorry.
house music just
Yes,
blew
yeah.
up again in 2007,
Yeah.
2008.
That's right. You were
Yeah.
hosting parties, and I actually DJ'd one of those parties. I remember.
Yeah.
It was a
Those
fun
fun.
vibe.
Yeah.
It was a fun vibe that night.
At that time, it was rare to have house music places. Remember?
Right. It was all hip hop.
It was like the promotion was like there's going to be house music here.
I thought house was dead. I thought it was all trance.
We're
came
talking about
back,
back.
it came-
No. It was.
Trance was
You know,
98
everything
through
was
2005,
trance was
6.
Yeah, everything is cyclical.
You know when it came back? When Daft Punk did 2006 tour to Coachella with like, bro, Daft
Yeah.
Punk brought it back,
Yeah.
bro, and then
Yeah.
house just blew
And
up all over again.
I think I'm talking about like 2000.
And it hasn't stopped ever since, bro.
2009, 2010 is when you and I.
2008,
Eight?
9,
Was it 8?
9,
somewhere
maybe.
in that range.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had no idea you even had aspirations to be a comedian. I had no idea because
The name Antic was
for the
music.
DJing, right?
I
For your
accidentally
producing.
became a comedian,
Yeah.
bro. I accidentally, but you know, I never pursued it. I opened a Vine page
I remember that.
for music. Like,
Yeah.
it was the first like video social media app, like short form videos, and like if you go back, if you were to find Vine,
Bro, you're the
somewhere,
Vine king of Armenian comedy, bro.
Thank you, sir. Thank
You
you.
are. There's no
Go
doubt.
If you go back to, thank you for that. If you go back to like the first post, it's like, check out this sick ass new beat. and then I saw it, and then my sister's like, yo, look at that, they're doing like Armenian comedy. My sister's always told me I should be a comedian.
Huh.
So she's like, yo, you should try it. And I tried a few, and then my life changed, bro. Completely.
Basically, yeah.
So
Overnight.
I wanted to ask you this. You guys were very successful as a sketch comedy group too. You had
Demp
the
Show,
Demp
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 Show.
Show.
but that was after the Vine stuff.
No, I get that. I get that. But
they picked me up because of it.
Yeah, because of
But Antic, became the Demp Show at that point. You
Yeah,
know, like
we-
everybody was associating you with Demp Show.
Yeah.
But what happened with that?
Demp Show was going strong until COVID, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
COVID
Strong
fucked
until
over a
COVID,
lot of
and then,
things.
and then you're forced to go your own ways, and
Yeah,
everybody's
he's like
doing their own
the
things.
John Lennon of Demp, bro.
Demp Show, Demp
You know,
Show-
everyone would come for it.
So I'm gonna be the first one to die. Like we're going back to that.
See, that's why he's a comedian. He's quick. He gets it.
I just told you I had 5 death scares today, bro.
I didn't help with that comment at all.
Yeah.
At all.
But yeah, no, Demp Show takes place multiple times a week. We all hang out. It's a Demp Show, bro.
Yeah.
But you know, I think people drifted already so far that it's hard to get everybody to regroup,
It's
kind
gotta
of thing, bro.
regroup.
Everybody, you know, some people are doing stuff like trying to stay active, but
Why don't you guys do a reunion or something? Do one reunion show.
we'd love to. We'd love to. It's just all the pieces have to fit, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
know.
It's hard to get that many people to, be on page for the same time and the
Bro,
schedule wise.
speaking of COVID, we did the show in Fresno.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was a month
Yeah.
before the world shut down, guys. January 2020, we were in Fresno.
That's actually right. Yeah, that was January.
Yes, because a month
Yeah.
later, the whole world shut down.
That was 2020.
yes,
I think
it was January 2020.
I
That
believe
was-
it.
it
I believe
was-
it was. No, wait a minute.
No, it was
was-
January 2020. Trust me, it was.
It was the same night as the Connor and Cowboy fight, bro.
Okay, so fact checkers,
Fact check.
find out what date that is.
It was because I
January
remember-
18, 2020. I know the fight
Yeah,
night.
see?
It was January 18.
Yeah.
I'm telling
I
you
remember the fight
guys.
night because we missed the fight.
Okay, so about a week later, Kobe would die.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kobe died
26. Ours was a Saturday. He died on the 26th, which was a Sunday.
You guys want to
It all-
trip out?
It all lines up.
You guys want to trip
It
out
all
on
lines
this?
up.
So it was a very foggy day, as we all know.
The night before, sorry, I was DJing
Yeah.
the night before. I left the gig. I'm driving home. Bro, I can't see in front of me at 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, this is the worst fog I've ever witnessed in LA.
so-
I go to sleep, 8:30 a.m. Sevak Tankian texts me, ha, ha, ha. I'm like, are you kidding me? Or 9 a.m., 9:30. I think it was 9:15.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I put you on blast, Sevak. Because, Kobe was Turkish Airlines.
Ah, okay, that's right. That's
And
right.
later on, he said, I was joking, obviously, but I mean that.
yeah.
And I didn't know what he was talking about because I was asleep, and then
So-
and then I saw 100 million missed texts.
So,
Oh my God.
So check this out. I was working we just bought the house. Okay, in October, we moved in January, and then I literally left the wife and the kids in a half-ass home, drove out to Fresno to do the show with you guys. I come back, and then I'm working in the backyard with my gardener. I go to the nursery up in La Cañada. I take the two back. Okay, I can't see 2 feet in front of me. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, you couldn't. That's
so
what I'm saying.
it was bad. I drove
the
10
worst.
miles an hour, exited mountain, came down. Then we're working in the backyard. It's fog everywhere. I hear a helicopter.
Oh,
okay,
my gosh.
And my cousin was a pilot in the army. Okay, flying choppers. So I know that these guys don't fly in the fucking fog.
right.
So I said, "Fuck, it might be a cop." And we heard it for 20 minutes, by the way. Okay, so I thought maybe it was a cop, maybe circling or something. But even cops don't fly in this weather.
No shit, you heard the.
So
Yeah.
that was 20 minutes. An hour later, we get the report.
Yeah.
Kobe helicopter crash and blah, blah, blah.
God.
It was him because they found out he was circling Griffith Park.
Yeah, he was at Burbank right around
Yeah.
there.
So he circled 3 times Griffith Park, once Burbank Airport, and then in the valley. Here's the best part. It's not the best part, but it's the sad part. My friend lives on the other side of that hill. He has the wreckage of the video of the smoldering wreck that he texted a group. And I'm like, fuck, bro, this is just bad. I'm not sharing it with anybody. I just kept it.
Damn,
you
bro.
know?
Wow.
So it was fucked up.
I came that morning, the night before, that couple of nights before that, I was in Lake Arrowhead, bro. I was in Lake Arrowhead. So that morning before this happens, I'm coming down the mountain.
It was fog.
Bro, you know how where it looks like a layer of ocean,
yeah.
like at the tip of the mountain. So
Yeah.
I've never seen it like that before in my life.
It was
bro.
a bad fog, bro.
I got
I'm telling you, 2 a.m. in the morning, I'm
There's-
driving home. I'm on the 210 going on the back way. I'm going to
Yeah.
exit Latuna Canyon. Dude, I can't see 2 feet in front. It's
Yeah,
so
it was bad.
thick. I'm like, what the hell? I've never seen this much fog in LA, and I've lived here my entire life practically. And I was like, damn, over
Bro, there's those days where you will never forget where
Yeah,
you were and
yeah.
what you
Yeah.
were doing. Kobe's death was one of those days.
Yeah.
100%.
For all of us.
I got
For
to
all
my
of us.
house from Lake Arrowhead. I walked in, I put my stuff down, and my sister's like, "Did you see this?" I'm like, "What do you?" She's like, "Did Kobe die in a helicopter crash?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Don't ever say that
Right,
again in
right,
your life,
right.
bro.
Yeah.
Don't ever continue that sentence ever again."
Yeah.
And then I went by her TMZ report. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
And then at that
ESPN.
moment, you Google it, there was nothing at that.
Yeah,
very
when
moment.
TMZ said it, there was
Bro,
nothing,
I
yeah.
Googled it like
Yeah.
3 minutes later. Bam, bro! Everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy texted
was
me too.
nuts, bro.
The first text I saw like 100 texts, but the first one was, "Hey guys," it was a group text. It was like, "I think Kobe just died." That was
Yeah.
the first text, and it was before like ESPN
Yeah.
and everything
Yeah.
recorded. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, is this real life?" Like, but you know what? I have to say this. I think knowing Kobe's personality, Mamba mentality, and everything, he probably told that pilot, we can muster through this. We need to get to the game.
I feel like he wouldn't have that say though.
No, he does. If Kobe says that, you think
I-
they're
I-
not gonna
that's-
listen?
That was the problem. The pilot should have said, "I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm not going to risk my life
But
for
that's
this shit."
his
Yeah, but
regular
they would have
pilot.
to-
They
A
know each
pilot
other.
should have said that.
So-
I know that's the
They
problem.
know each other.
So
That's
I'm
the
imagining like headquarters knows Kobe flies regularly, and
Yes.
like that RA guy is flying their helicopter. It's Kobe. Let's just they're fine. It's RI. It's just one of those things. There.
It could be that too. I mean, we'll never know. I'm just saying.
And then there's a lot of conspiracies behind it too. Man.
oh
I've
yeah,
heard
the
lot.
pharmaceutical.
They're the big pharma.
Yeah, we know.
There's other ones too, but it's just way too deep down the rabbit
Yeah,
hole.
we
I don't
know.
want to bring it up right now, man.
It's crazy that that same week he was supposed to have a trial, but anyway.
3 days later.
Yeah, yeah, we all know that. I mean, you're
That's-
going down like a
no,
full on
that's-
rabbit hole of
that's
like.
surface level.
Oh, yeah,
it
there's
gets
more.
deeper.
I know.
We'll talk afterwards.
or else YouTube will take this down.
No, it was
YouTube,
nuts, bro.
YouTube does that from time. to time.
If there was one, no.
Oh yeah, he's
I'm
showing.
not gonna show it on the air.
He's showing the video of the chopper crash.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I wonder if do they have like some kind of like a memorial
Look,
there or something there now?
January 26th.
It's funny we're talking about this.
It's timestamp too.
Yeah.
This was, by the way, this wasn't planned, guys. Everything we're talking is just spur of the whim kind of thing, Tomorrow, Kobe's statue is going to be unveiled.
Yeah.
Tomorrow at 3 p.m. at Staples. It's not open to the public though. I keep calling it Staples. It'll forever
It's
be
Staples. You
for
were
me.
right the first time.
It'll forever be Staples for me. But yeah, crypto.com, whatever.
It could be worse. It could be Accenture.
What do you think the statue is, bro? Fadeaway. It has to
thinking
be
Fadeaway.
fadeaway.
I think fadeaway too. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
a
think
basketball
fadeaway.
fan, but it has to be fadeaway.
It
Yeah.
has to be fadeaway. And is there any part of like Gigi in it?
That's a good
she
question.
standing
That's a
next to
very,
it?
very good
I don't
point.
know.
I would
don't know.
imagine there would be
Very good.
something.
Maybe some
something.
sort of like, I don't know if she's going to be standing next to him, but some sort
There
of.
has to be some kind
maybe
of
her
tribute shirt. Maybe
jersey,
he's wearing a number 2
or
heart on his
he's
jersey.
wearing a
Bro,
number 2.
But
Yeah, something.
on a human level, forget sports level. On a human level,
Welcome everyone that's watching now,
I-
by the way, and welcome Matt.
on a human level, I cannot, especially having children,
Share
I
the
cannot
podcast.
imagine the pain that went through Vanessa.
Oh my God.
When that happened, like
nuts,
half your family's gone. Like
Yeah.
God's dude. I can never, like that hurt me more than being a basketball fan. You know,
Right,
the
right.
fact that somebody lost a
You're a
father, somebody
basketball
lost a
fan?
husband. Well, I was in the 90s. I was in the 90s before Michael Jordan and the Bulls fucking took over the entire league. It pissed me off.
Before it was a one-man show.
Before it was a one-man show. The best part of the NBA in the 90s was Marv Albert's intro on NBA and NBC.
Yes, and it counts. Oh, you're talking about
Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls get set to battle, Patrick
Reggie
Ewing
Miller and
and the New York Knicks. I'm Marv Alberts. This is the NBA on NBC. Cue John Tesh. That was a catchy fucking tune, dude.
Bro,
That was
still,
a very
still the
catchy
best.
tune.
Do you remember?
intro for any
Do you remember
sports.
the LA Lakers play on KKL?
Yeah, I remember that.
You know when that was? That was during the era of Taco Bell's little
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah,
That's right. It was the 90s.
Before racism existed.
That's
before,
right.
Before they.
Before cultural appropriation existed.
Yeah, that was pre-Obama. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, took an hour to get political.
Yeah, okay. We made a.
But I had to say it.
We just made it right with our blinker on. You know?
You saw my blink up, bitch. Oh my God, too many references. Will Smith.
Too much.
I'm not gonna slap
Yeah, man.
anyone though.
Man,
Don't worry.
but look, if there was one celebrity, high profile person in the world whose death would ruin me, it was Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it freaking happened,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, bro.
You know
No.
what? I felt like I went through this twice, but Magic is still around. Because
Oh, we all thought Magic was going to die in the
thought he
90s.
was gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we heard that announcement, I remember where I was. Exactly where I was.
We were in school.
I was
Not-
working.
10th
I
grade.
had a part-time job. I
10th
was working
grade.
at a gas station. Believe it or not, I was like
1992.
yeah,
right? 92.
92, November 92.
Yeah.
It was 2 days
I was-
after the
I-
season
I
started.
I was 6.
Yeah.
When what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
I'm old, bro.
All I remember is a hide and go seek game at that moment.
Now I was working part time as a kid. I was a kid. I was a teenager working at a gas station after school. And
No, man, you weren't a teenager. You were probably 22 years
I
old
was
at
20,
that point.
20.
Then you're not a kid.
yeah, I was 20. 20 as a kid, bro.
Come on, man. In the 18th century, you would have had fucking 5 kids, 4 acres, and freaking plantation.
You do have a point. My dad got married at 20.
Exactly.
But nowadays, 20 is a kid.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember, man. It was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and the day before they played Utah, and he wasn't there. They said he had the flu. I remember that. They flew him back to L.A. And then all of a sudden that morning, huge press conference at 1 o'clock at 4. 1 o'clock at 4. We're all waiting. Everyone's waiting. What's going on? And 1 o'clock comes around. Right before 1 o'clock, there's murmurs of Magic Johnson retiring. Why is Magic Johnson retiring?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Still in his prime.
Yeah, he's still in his prime. He's only 32 years old.
He could have gone another 5-6 years.
Easily.
Yeah.
At least 5 years.
Yeah.
Why is he retiring? 1 o'clock comes around. Everybody stops. I have the TV on in the gas station. People are walking in. We're all watching the TV. He comes on and announces what he has.
Well, nobody wanted to play with him then.
No. Wait a minute. He retired though. He retired
Because
Didn't
nobody
have-
wanted to play with him.
Bro, no one even knew what he had. What are you talking about?
No, he announced it.
That's
Unless
I'm
they
talk-
thought it was contagious at the time.
Basically-
They did.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
the
you're-
blood and
Base,
everything.
you're getting everything wrong. No one even knew what he had at that time when he
Oh, at the
announced it.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he announced it, and then he got voted to the All-Star game the same year.
But he didn't play the
He
All-Star
played the
game.
All-Star game and got the MVP. What the hell's
did?
wrong with you, bro? Relax.
Okay.
And then after that, he went to the Olympics in the summer of '92.
Wasn't there a
Yes, I'm gonna tell
Okay.
you. Now that we're in it, I'll tell you the whole history because I'm an NBA.
I would love to
encyclopedia.
hear this.
So after the Olympics, there was a whole grassroots efforts to bring him back because he did so well and he wasn't sick and people could see that he could still play. So he came back for the preseason for the 92-93 season. Okay, he was playing in the preseason game in the fifth game, the last game, because they only played 5 preseason games at that time. They're playing the Charlotte Hornets. Okay?
Larry Johnson.
Yeah, he goes up. Oh, and I remember who did it too. He goes up for a layup. Del Curry, Steph's dad, scratches him. So now he's got blood. So they show that picture of Gary Vitti. Remember Gary Vitti, the curly hair, our trainer?
Before he went bald.
Yeah, he had curly hair then.
Yeah.
He's treating Magic on the bench without gloves. It was a huge deal. He's got AIDS. He's treating him without. And then from that point on, Karl Malone, Mark Price, you got all these players coming. We can't play with him. We're scared to play with him.
Yeah.
So the guy just says, you know what, it's fine. I'll retire. But then he came back in '96 for half a season. And then that was it. And then that's it.
I remember the 96 season.
Yeah. And they
Before the train wreck with Nick Van Exel.
it was right before they got Shaq and Kobe. The year before they got Shaq and
that's right.
Kobe. It was 95-96 season. He played 32 games. They went to the first round of the playoffs and lost to the Rockets in
Because
5
of Del
games.
Harris.
Yeah, they had a terrible coach.
Terrible coach.
I mean, the team was pretty good. They had Van Exel. They had Eddie Jones.
They had a very good team in the 90s.
Yeah.
But look, nobody was going to beat the Bulls, bro. Come on.
96. Yeah. That year, actually, yeah, it was the Bulls that won.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it was.
But I was hoping that he'd come back the following year because we got Shaq and we had just drafted Kobe. I was like, Magic and Shaq, that would be great to see.
I want to bring this up right now because, Armand, you're a basketball fan. Who is the GOAT?
Oh, my God.
We know who Harry thinks is the GOAT.
God, let's not go
Who,
down
in
this
your
road.
opinion, is the GOAT of
Let's not
basketball?
go down this
Kobe
road.
Bryant.
Very good point.
Kobe Bryant's the GOAT.
Now,
See,
hold on. I'm not going to let you off the hook. Defend it.
Defend it.
Defend your point.
Kobe Bryant won 2 championships without any top 75 players, bro.
Pau Gasol is a top 7.
No, he's not.
He should be,
No, he's not.
but he's a Hall of Famer.
If you look at the team that Kobe,
He's a Hall of Famer. Pau
if you
Gasol's
look
a
at the
Hall of Famer.
team that Kobe won back-to-backs with, is retarded. Bro.
Preach, bro.
It's
No,
retarded,
it's not. It's
bro.
not. They had Lamar Odom, who's an all-in-one, 6th man of the year. They had Derek Fisher, who's a
When's the
solid
last time you got
three-point
excited for pulling a Lamar Odom card?
That's
When's
different.
the last time? Do you
That's
have any
different.
Lamar Odom
Actually, I do.
rookie cards?
I do. Actually,
Have you got them graded?
I don't
Hell
even think
no.
Chloe had a Lamar
You have
Odom rookie
not
card.
gotten them graded. It would cost more than that card would ever.
Lamar Odom was one of the most underrated players in the entire league, bro.
Where's a utility player at best, bro?
He's offensive, defense, 6'10", can
Let me
do it
tell
all.
you.
Are you kidding me?
Bro,
He can do it all. He played every position.
Let me tell you
he was
something.
The player after Magic Johnson that played every position and could play every position.
Michael Jordan was magical. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
But in his off time, he was gambling, smoking cigar. Kobe Bryant lived in the gym, bro. Kobe Bryant lived in the gym.
I agree with that,
Bro.
I agree with that. There's a story.
This guy was next level. And bro, there's a video out there, bro, and someone explains it so well, bro. Like, this guy made an S500 run like a Bugatti, bro.
Yeah.
He was. There was nothing. He was not
Yeah.
the fastest. He was not,
No,
but
exactly.
This guy
He had the most
was
worth ethic.
fit. Bro, he
work
injured
ethic.
his right
Yeah.
hand. He was shooting with his left. He
Yeah.
had 3 broken fingers. He was shooting with these 2.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Right. No, I agree.
No, hands aren't
Listen,
working.
he
He's
was-
headballing the ball into the.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's a beast. There's no.
This guy was nuts, bro. Kobe
He
was
did
nuts,
the
bro.
most
I agree.
with what was naturally given to him. He did the most. I will never take that away from him. I think Kobe had the most aggressive or the highest work ethic of any player that's ever played in the league. I will never take that away from him because there's a story of them, the whole team. I believe this is when they were in Orlando on what was it? No, I'm sorry, it wasn't in Orlando. It was a thing when they went to play Spain, the USA Olympic.
Yeah.
I'm sure
That
you
was
heard this story.
Barcelona, 1988.
That documentary is
Yeah.
amazing,
Yeah,
bro. You know how
yeah,
many
yeah.
times
Was
I
that
watched it?
88?
No, 88. Kobe was
Barcelona.
like 10 years old.
Oh, you're talking about Kobe?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
talking about
that was
Kobe.
USA basketball, when he went
90.
in-
2010.
2010, yeah.
The Redeem Team when he
That's right,
when
that's
he
right,
brought,
that's right.
brought
So
the
they
gold
all
back
went
to the
out
US.
after one of the nights after defeating one of the lower ranked teams.
Latvia.
Yeah, so whatever. So they go out. They're like, Kobe, you're coming? He's like, no, I'm not coming. And he's like, come on. The whole team is going, okay, I'll come with you guys. So he goes. He sits there. It was 1 drink, 2 drinks, whatever. They go back to the hotel at 1 o'clock. 4 a.m. Carmelo is coming into the hotel. Kobe is up already.
He's already done at the gym or something.
He's at the gym. He's not done at the gym. He's walking towards the gym at 4 a.m. He got in at 1 a.m. He's walking towards the gym at 4 a.m. And Carmelo's just getting in. Oh, I'm messing the story up. He said, "I'll come out with you guys if you come work out with me."
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
he said.
Yeah.
So Carmelo's like, Kobe's like, "Okay, let's go. Time to work out."
Bro, and
The guy's just coming back.
Can I just make a comment here? Your brother just texted me. Kobe all the way in all caps with 9 exclamation points. I disagree with Harry. 81 points in one game. GTFO LeBron. Yager, fuck that guy. He's the reason I stopped watching basketball. Rafi, that's hilarious.
Listen, Rafi Apares.
Yeah, Ralph's about politics. He doesn't really know sports.
And let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. LeBron James is arguably one of the craziest athletes that's ever existed, bro. This guy's playing. He's averaging the same numbers of his rookie year.
But let me ask you guys this:
Second year,
did the league change the rules for Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant?
He's 39, bro.
No. Yeah, but we're going somewhere else right now.
going
We're going somewhere
I
else
want to hear
right now.
this. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Bro,
I know where he's
LeBron
going.
James, just that dog, bro. That dog. Give me the ball. Give me he doesn't have that. Give me the ball.
No, he's about making the right play.
No, bro. But how many?
He's
How
about
many
making-
times
that's
has he made
just-
the wrong play though, bro? Why are you shooting the three? We got swept because of his threes, bro. You're not a 3-point shooter.
Harry, what are you
bro.
going to do when
You're
he
not a
leaves the
3-point
Lakers? Are you going to still like LeBron?
out of
I'm a Laker fan first, bro. It's about the front of the jersey, not the back of the jersey. I've told you that.
Okay, I respect that.
Out of Mike, Kobe, and LeBron, LeBron's the worst 3-point shooter, bro. Kobe was the best 3-point shooter, better 3-point shooter than Michael Jordan. Am I right?
Yes, you're right.
He's a
You're
better
right.
three-point shooter than
Yes,
Michael Jordan.
percentage-wise, yes.
And here's
But
another thing.
so is
and here's
LeBron.
another thing. Personality is very important, bro. Personality is very important.
He's just not likable.
LeBron's.
He's a bagabur.
Adal Mekom. LeBron, his teammates aren't scared of him.
No.
In interviews, they say he's the silliest one out of. No, bro. Kobe's teammates were scared shitless of Kobe.
Exactly.
Michael Jordan's teammates
Exactly.
were scared
It's a-
shitless of
it's a
them, bro.
different
That's
personality.
why Gasol
Exactly.
was able to get a championship because he couldn't let this man down, bro. He wasn't going to hear the
Exactly.
end of it. LeBron, he's a goof, bro. Like, he's an incredible athlete. He's a Laker, and I support him. I even have his jersey because he's a Laker, period. But the GOAT conversation,
But he's going to get traded.
when it comes
He
to
may
the GOAT,
not, because who
When-
knows?
when is the
It's
trade deadline?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow's the trade deadline.
Let's see.
So we'll see
if
what
anyone's
happens.
getting traded, it's D'Lo.
And he shouldn't either. I think they're fine the way they are. I don't think they should trade anybody.
I think they're good. I think they're just like get to the playoffs and then shine.
Up until LeBron started his 52nd season in the NBA, I would say the greatest basketball player to ever play the game, because in its heart and soul, this sport is a team sport.
of course.
Oh,
And if you're going
okay.
to contribute
Okay.
to team sports, you need to have assists. You need to have, you know.
Okay.
So I would say, as a better all-star and team player, I would say Magic Johnson
Well,
was
my
one
argument-
of the greatest
okay,
basketball
can-
players to ever play.
can-
Hold on,
can I
I'm not
talk?
done. I'm not
I
done.
haven't said one thing yet.
Yeah, hold on, I'm not done. The reason why Magic is, I think, the GOAT is because he resurrected a dead league. A dead league. The NBA was garbage
full of
before him and Bird
druggies.
came in the league.
It was full of druggies.
That's right.
Games were put on like 11:30 at night. tape
Exactly.
delayed.
Exactly. He brought the league to life,
Him
bro.
and Bird.
Okay.
Him and Bird. Yeah, you got to give Bird credit to him.
I will give Bird credit, but he's not a GOAT.
Oh, Bird is a good.
Dude,
He's
Magic
top 10
Johnson,
guy.
I think, is the Hulk Hogan of the NBA.
Who's your Mount Rushmore?
Oof.
I-
Good question.
Mine is pretty easy.
Okay, I would say Mount Rushmore as far as technique or as far as championships go?
No, we've had this discussion
A lot.
A lot.
Championships matter, bro.
Okay, championships matter.
bro.
Okay, all right, okay. Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, okay, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant.
That's four. That's it.
That's four.
You
That's
only
it.
get four. You only
That's
get
it.
four. That's it.
That's it. I would say those four
Okay.
because they meant so much to the game.
Okay. That's great.
You can go to Nepal and you can talk to a Sherpa and say, "Name me a basketball player."
They're
It's
gonna say
either going to be Michael Jordan or
They're gonna
Kobe
say-
Bryant.
Listen,
Yeah.
if we're going to be honest about it, and I'm always honest, it doesn't matter who I think the greatest of all time is. If we're going to put Mount Rushmore and we're going to weigh it on those scales as far as like where you go, people are going to know who he is. It's got to be Michael Jordan, number one.
Yeah.
It's got to be. LeBron's got to be number two. I'm sorry. Kobe's got to be number three. I'm just saying as far as like name recognition, wherever you go
But
in the
Mount
world.
Rushmore, it's not 1 through 4. It's just which 4.
Yeah, okay.
Which 4?
Okay.
Which 4?
Well, this is the public's Mount Rushmore, not mine.
No, I
Yours.
want to
I
hear
want yours.
yours.
I want yours.
We want to hear yours.
Okay. My Mount Rushmore, it has to be Magic's got to be on there.
100%.
Okay, Magic's got to be on there.
Magic over Kareem.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, but yeah,
Because Kareem couldn't win without Magic.
He
Magic
did win.
was the
He won one.
He won one.
with Oscar Robertson.
This is true
He
with
did
Oscar
win.
Robertson. That's right.
Okay, it has to be Magic. It has to be Michael. As much as like I wasn't a Michael fan,
I wasn't either, but you
it
have to give
has
credit where credit is
he has
due, bro.
to be on there. You got to put LeBron. I don't care what anyone says. You got to put LeBron. And here's where it gets tough. It's either Kobe or Bird. It's one of those
That's
two.
ridiculous that that's even a topic for you.
For me, it is because
That's
Kobe.
crazy.
What, like he said, they resurrected the league. Magic and Bird.
That means a
resurrected
lot,
the
dude.
league.
That means a lot. I mean, the
That's
80s.
why. That's why it's
Sure,
tough.
sure.
That's why if Bird and Magic don't resurrect the
but
league,
Arm, you weren't alive that back then.
Kobe
Yeah,
doesn't
I
even.
know, I know.
Kobe doesn't even play in the
Yes,
league.
Exactly. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Sure.
So
it was such a rivalry between Boston and New York,
because of titles, I'm putting Kobe. Because of titles.
Okay.
Kobe has 5, Bird has 3.
Okay.
So I'll put Kobe. So
Okay.
those are my 4.
All right.
Kobe, LeBron, Magic, Michael.
Now, let me ask you this. How many years has LeBron been playing?
20.
20 years.
Yeah.
How many years did Magic Johnson play?
13.
Okay. How many years did Larry Bird play? 17.
No, 12.
He did 12?
Yeah.
Okay. Kobe played how many? 97 to what?
20.
Okay.
20 years.
So he played 20 years.
Yeah.
Compare Kobe's 20 years to LeBron's 20 years.
LeBron has more.
Does he really have
Yeah,
more?
way
How?
more.
More what?
More points, more rebounds, more assists. What do you want?
Who has more championships?
One more.
But we're talking
One
about
more.
But it's about
championships.
One more,
championships. But
one
it's-
more.
But what the point
One
of the
more.
NBA, the
One
whole
more.
purpose of the season,
The guy's
is
not
how
even
the season
okay.
ends.
Look at it this way: the guy's not even a scorer, and he has the most points of any player in the league.
Okay, there's another thing
That's
you have
not
to
even
pick
his
up.
best attribute.
but he's scared of
His
the ball in the
best
fourth quarter.
Attribute is passing.
Let me tell you something. The mark of a champion is for him to tell his teammates, "Give me the ball.
I think we're losing viewers.
Give me the ball." Kobe was that guy.
Give me the damn
Michael
ball.
Jordan
Okay.
was that guy. Magic Johnson
guys are
was that
talking-
guy. LeBron is not that guy.
LeBron's not that
Basil,
guy.
Basil.
I want him to be. I watched the game.
We all want him to
I
be.
swear to God, I'm like, be that.
Okay.
Right.
He won't.
Show us why you're
you know
the
why?
GOAT. Like,
you know
okay,
why?
okay,
You know
okay.
why
He's
he won't?
not that
Because
guy.
he doesn't want to take the fall.
He's not that guy, but he's got the most game-winning shots of any player that's ever played in the league.
I don't. No way.
Go, look it up.
Show me.
Look it up. Google it. You have
No
a
way.
computer.
No way.
He does.
I don't want to take my
He
MacBook.
does. He has in the last 2 minutes more game-winning shots than Bird and Kobe and Jordan and Curry.
I can't comment on that because I'm not sure about it.
Look it up. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. It'll make me look really
now
stupid.
he's okay. Before I couldn't talk on this, but now he's a Laker, and I watch just about every game. And he's allergic to the ball in the last
Yeah.
2
Okay,
minutes of
and
the fourth
here's the
quarter.
thing
He's
that-
allergic to the
100%,
ball, bro.
100%.
Drive that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
You're
I
the
think
best
he needs-
driver
he
in
needs to drive. They can't
in the
stop him.
history of the
They
league,
can't stop
maybe,
him.
bro.
And why doesn't he do it? Because he's afraid,
he's
bro.
trained, bro. Go drive
He's
it.
afraid. He's
No,
afraid.
We
Basil,
got
he
swept
sees
by
a-
Denver because of his 3-point
He
shooters, bro.
sees an
Yeah.
open guy, he's going to pass it out. He sees an open. He trusts
No,
his
bro.
shooters.
No,
They're all
no,
NBA
no. You
players.
want
doesn't want to
you-
accept
you have-
accountability.
Okay, that's only because
listen,
you guys have never coached the game. I don't know. Have you ever coached?
I don't care to coach. But
Okay, I've been a coach for 4 years, 5 years actually. I coached us to the UHC League championships 4 out of 5 years. You were there. So, as a coach, I want that player to make the right play.
But what if the player doesn't want to make the play?
Listen, that's
No, but the right
That's the
play
whole
is not.
point.
It's not you going into three
Listen.
defenders if there's 2 guys open on each side.
You know,
you have to pass out the ball.
Listen, LeBron's done something that Kobe or Michael Jordan have never done, which was go on a podcast and say that moment made me the GOAT.
I agree with
Yeah.
that.
And the GOAT
if
should
you
never
are-
declare himself
If
the
you
GOAT.
are saying that,
Yeah, you don't say it.
I am now the GOAT from now on. That coming back against Golden State,
State
that
3-1,
that made me the GOAT. And you're passing the ball on the last possession on a game-winning possession.
Exactly.
You are soft, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
sorry.
Okay,
You're
you're now.
soft.
100%.
Listen, questioning his mentality is one thing. His personality is one thing. I'm just looking at it as like as a complete game structure, and the way he's playing the game is how I would want my main guy to play. I'm sorry, I want my guys to make the right play.
You know when I lost respect for this guy?
But
what
I
was
agree.
the what
You
was
don't
the
say
finals
you're
they
the
lost
GOAT.
in Miami? What was the final? What year was it they lost?
Against Dallas when
Yeah.
when
What-
JJ Barea held
Yeah.
them to 8 points.
Was it 2010, 11? When was it?
It was the first year.
No, it was 12.
It was the first year they formed a team.
Yes.
It was 2012. It was the first team that first year he went down to Miami. They weren't even expected, but they went all the way to the finals, and then they lost to Dallas.
Okay, you know what? You know when I lost respect for this guy? during the press conference after the freaking loss. He's
Bro,
sitting.
his
Hold on, Harry.
personality
You guys are gonna go back to your miserable lives while I.
Yes.
I
While I go
agree.
back to my mansion.
are you, bro?
Bro, exactly.
His
How do you
personality
say
sucks.
that?
I'm separating the personality from the
Oh,
player.
fuck that. No, personality
to.
has to stay with the athlete.
I have to.
Personality matters, bro. Bro.
No way. I can't.
Kobe Bryant's post-game interviews, bro. You were listening to a genius speak,
Exactly.
bro. Kobe,
No,
was,
man loved the
Kobe
sport.
was so much more than a basketball player, bro, and he proved that. And he proved that after his writing children's books,
100%.
documentaries.
No, I agree.
This guy was special,
Listen,
bro.
personality-wise, it's not even close. I've never said that. I've never said that.
Kobe was special, bro.
LeBron's personality is amazing, or I love the guy as a person. I just think, as a player, I've never seen anyone better. It's just facts, and the stats back it up. Anyway, can we move on? We've been talking about
I got a commercial shot going.
Oh my God, yes.
Do you have a paper towel or something?
Yeah, it's in the cider over there by the ice machine.
Shalimonov.
By the way, guys, this is what Bros and Brews is about. It's bar talk. That's what we're doing.
Bro, yeah, sports is such a topic here, bro.
Hell yeah, dude.
We haven't really done a sports show, and I've been wanting to. We should get a sports
was good, man.
personality on.
We just had a good
Maybe we'll
debate.
get. Let's get Gary on,
Who's Gary?
the Armenian almost NBA player, Chivichan.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
you guys should, man.
Yeah, well, let's get Gary on. I'll talk to Gary. Let's get him on. So, meanwhile, you guys keep talking as I pour myself.
Why don't you pour him a drink too? Pour Armand a drink.
Absolutely,
Yeah, bro.
absolutely.
Please.
I think his glass has a hole
Hayastan
in it.
lecur. Hayastan lecur. Am I your first
His glass
Hayastan
has a
guest?
hole in it.
Am I your Hayastan guest? First one?
Are you? Oh, it can't be. He can't. No, man. We've had the Weisennuts on
Oh
here.
yeah, we had thing too. We had
who Who else have we had on? here?
Narine.
Oh, Narnia has been on here twice.
Yeah, and oh my God, your friend that wrote the
My friend. I have a lot of friends.
the activist. What was her name?
The activist. Which activist?
She came talked about the Armenian stuff.
Oh, you're talking about Elena.
Elena, yeah, Elena was on the show too.
I mean, who cares, bro? Hi. And you're like, barely, you're high Sansi, but you could have fooled us.
I'm Beiruti washed, is that what you're saying?
The way you talk sometimes, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, man.
He could switch it on like a faucet.
Well, 3 of my 4 grandparents spoke the Western dialect, bro.
That's why.
You guys want to
And I'm
laugh?
from Pasadena.
Bart, you guys want to laugh? I'm Barska High and Bulgara High, so I grew up with both dialects, like you did. Okay,
You're
So
a hybrid base.
I'm a hybrid, and my kids, my wife is Rusa High from Montebello. They're like so Americanized, right? They're like, "Hi, pleased to meet you. I'm Steve Martirosian, from 1945." Like Fresno G's, but in Montebello. So she doesn't speak it. So Alec grew up not learning Armenian until he went to school. My daughter went to preschool, okay? This is the best part. Her teacher was Hayasansi, right? So she started speaking Eastern, right? She goes, Bob, hetkana. This is so cute, So I told her, I go, Nai Jana, do you want to learn Eastern or do you want to learn Western? Because at this point, she can choose next year. She goes, I'll do the Gorgor.
Gorgor, bro.
I go, why don't you want to talk Varska? She goes, I'll do Gorgor.
Gorgor is all right.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Here's to all Armenian dialects,
Yes.
especially Libanonsi.
Cheers, y'all. Especially Libanonsi.
Oh my God. This is
By
so
the way, the
funny.
best thing you ever did, Antic, Armand,
Yeah.
is doing comedy sketches in both dialects.
Yes.
I think you're one of the only ones that actually excels at it. I don't know if anyone else even does it, if I'm being honest.
I don't think they.
I don't think they do, right?
Maybe.
I don't know.
But the best part of that is having both in the audience, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You know how fulfilling that is, man.
Yes,
It's
when
so
you're
fulfilling, bro.
uniting our people.
Well, it's only me and Armenchik doing that, bro. It's me and Armenchik, bro.
No,
But Armenchik's getting bars guys too. You know?
Right. No, but that's the best thing that you're doing, and it's funny in both dialects. Like you
Bro,
kill it in both
some
dialects.
things are funnier in Western. Something.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
Western's funny, bro.
Bro, I give props to Beirutsis because they have such an old school mentality.
Yeah.
And, Harry knows this. When I was getting married, my friend's uncle, total Beirutsi, freaking hands like this, fingers like this, like dolma freaking leaves, right? So we're sitting there smoking stogies in my friend's house in Trouser. Goes, Ara, do you love your fiance? I go, yeah, of course I do, Amo. He goes, this is very important. Remember this. never ever hit your wife with a closed fist. He was legit serious.
No,
Hit her open hand. You make your point and you don't leave a mark.
Yeah, so it is not strike.
Yeah,
So
no-
in
don't leave
court,
a- don't
it
leave
is
a
not
mark.
strike.
I start laughing. He's stone face, and I'm like, okay, I got it.
A lot of Hayastan. I was raised around so many Berutais, bro. In Pasadena, there's so many Berutais in
Oh, yeah.
Pasadena. Some of my best friends are Berutais, but
PHS alumni.
most Hayastansis have no idea what a sense of humor Berutais have.
Oh, they do.
The Berutai sense of humor is
It's
it's
so
in a
true.
different place, bro. It's
It's
in a
so
different
true.
place.
You know what's funny is we went to the same school. I graduated a couple of years before him.
Where? PHS?
Yeah.
I'm Marshall, bro.
Oh well,
I graduated PHS.
I thought you did. That's why I
I
thought we talked
graduated
about
from
that.
PHS,
Yeah.
but I only went there to CIS for 3 months. I was expelled from Marshall, but
What
we
did-
won't-
hold
we,
on.
won't- we won't talk
I
about
wanna
it.
hear this.
Marshall, that you get expelled from
I used
Marshall.
to be very troublesome when I was
Oh,
young.
well.
Yeah, very troublesome.
But what my point was like,
I was shaking hands of people on the stage I'd never met before in my life. Like, I didn't know which one was the principal. They've never seen me in the school year.
no, what's funny is when I was growing up, when we were growing up in Pasadena, like there was no Hayastansi, Lipanansi.
Well, of course not. They're all in Hollywood at the time.
But no, we had Hayastansis in the school. What I'm saying there was no separation.
There was no separation.
Oh,
Let me-
yeah,
Let
yeah.
me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
The quads is where we all met.
Because we're all Armenian.
I'm gonna tell you why, and then let me see, if you agree.
Okay.
Okay. You know why there was no separation? Because unlike now it's reversed. The Hayastansis that were in our school, they all talked like us. So it was easier. Like they spoke with a Western dialect. My
Really?
friends, yes. Because we were the majority. They were the minority at the time. It was, I'd say, 80-20 Western Armenians.
I can't talk for PHS when you were going
Yeah,
there, but my
yeah.
theory of why.
But eventually, it got more even, and I don't know what it is now. Maybe even swung the other way by now. But at that time, it's like all my Hayastansi friends spoke like me. I was like, okay.
I feel like more Hayastansis know the Western dialect than West.
You're right.
100%.
You're right. You're
100%.
Very few Lipanansis can pull that off.
100%.
We're more likely to know
Yes.
and speak
Yeah.
both. It's
You know why that is, though? Because people that went from Armenia to diaspora, anywhere, Lipanan, Syria, wherever, as generations went by, they stayed there and they just picked up the Armenian, whatever.
Well, I'm the perfect example. Like,
But-
3 of my 4 grandparents.
I was
spoke
getting to
Western.
that. But the people that went back to Armenia brought that Western dialect with them. So, like yourself,
Yeah.
you heard that growing up. We never heard that when we were kids.
No, we did in Hollywood.
Let me tell you.
I'm talking about Beirut. I'm not talking
Oh,
about
Beirut,
Hollywood.
yeah,
Tell you,
Beirut.
let me tell you though,
You know?
why the Hayastansis, Beirutsis, Sports guys were all connected in high
Yeah.
school when we were going to high school, because unlike Glendale, we were outnumbered by everyone.
100%.
First of all,
Right.
And in those times, high school was dangerous. Public high school was dangerous, bro. Same reason why I was expelled. Same reason why there was cultural wars.
100%.
So what did you do? There's
you hung up
freaking
together.
50 of us.
Yeah.
Prison rules, bro. You
It
hang
was-
with your own kind.
Bro, it was prison, bro. It
Yeah.
was like prison.
Yep. Nope.
Every morning you were sent into this it was literally a cage. First of all, the whole school was a cage.
It wasn't when I was there.
and
That's
it
crazy.
was crazy
Yeah.
when you like walking to your next class was dangerous, bro, because
Yeah.
you were Armenian or you were, you know what I mean. So at the time, who cares? Hayastansi, Beirut,
Right,
Sky.
right. We didn't care.
We're all we got,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
We got to protect it. And this is really what like. Kids might listen to this now and think I'm being dramatic, but that's really exactly how it was, bro. These kids these days would not survive a day.
100%.
Bro, I'm hearing like kids in the Armenian private schools like bullying one another.
Like, they don't know
Bro,
what bullying
you
is.
would not
I
survive
know.
walking from second to third period when
Yeah.
I was going to high school,
Yeah.
bro. You would not,
Yeah.
bro. You are freaking
Dude, there was
blessed.
an incident last year in my son's class, first grader, right? And then there was like, this kid's bullying in the class. Like, what do you do? Did he shove the other kid's freaking head down the toilet? No. Did he shove him in a locker? Did he punch him down the freaking stairs? That's not bullying. That's not bullying. I'm sorry. When we were kids, that was exactly what would happen.
That was Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
That was called lunchtime.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy because same kind of deal we had, but we didn't have gates. We didn't have
Bro, and
prison gates or
Wow,
nothing at that
wow.
time.
Now it's
It was wide
cyberbullying,
open.
guys. Now it's all cyberbullying,
Yeah,
dude. They're
yeah,
all
yeah.
shitting on each other
But
on
it
social
was-
media.
without the fear of getting punched in the mouth.
Exactly.
It was
exactly.
so like we had such a I don't want to use that word, but gang mentality, meaning like
Well, don't forget that in the 90s, gangster rap was like
right,
100%.
Yeah,
You were
It was
cool
part of the
if you
culture.
had Cortez
Right.
on, Dickies,
Yeah.
big
yeah.
shirt.
But it wasn't like that when we went to school. It
No,
was like,
80s was different.
It was a
80s
GQ
was
show,
different.
bro. We
Yeah.
we all looked at GQ
It was
magazine.
Z Cavaricci's with Creepers.
Yes, we had to wear like the most stylish.
Bro, when I was
stuff
going to
everywhere.
high school, Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre were on 102.7, bro.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm serious, bro.
That's right.
I'm serious.
So
right.
So all the
That was the trend
All
back
the
then.
Middle Easterners, not just the Armenians, even the Arabs were our friends. We
Yeah.
all were. We used to be by the quads. They used to come. We used to like accept them into our group. The Lebanese Arabs. the
Yeah,
Well,
Syrians.
that's like that in everything. In comedy, too. All the Middle Eastern comics would hang out with each other. And then you have the Mexican comics together, Asian
Right.
comics together, black comics together, white comics together.
Right.
So it's, we're very culturally similar, So I can see that in a school setting that it happens.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it feels as if like we were more together then than we are now.
So you were paying it forward because they welcomed us after the chart, and now you guys took them back in school.
In school, yeah, VHS, yeah. In the 80s and early 90s, yeah, we did.
It was a different time, man. It was such a different time.
It was.
Have you driven by a high school these days?
Oh, dude, it's
They look like elementary school kids, bro. We were like, we were
We're
old-
grown-ups.
It's
we
funny
were
you
grown
say
men
that.
for our
It's
age,
funny
bro.
you say that. Friday night, I went to Pilibos's alumni game, right, with AGBU. And I'm on courtside. We're talking with a couple of my friends. They're class of 89, 92, 93, 94. And I'm looking at these kids. I'm like, motherfucker, we were seniors once. We were bigger than these kids were. Like,
yeah,
what
bro.
the fuck? They're so small.
Yeah, it just seems like,
We used to beat up college students, bro.
bro, we started shaving at 9, so
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, we're wearing our karate shoes to school.
I mean, shit, I was 6'1" in 10th grade. So, yeah, I was taller than these kids.
I'm back in karate. That's an interesting thing. I'm
No
back
way,
in karate.
you're doing it again.
nice.
My sport growing up was martial arts, bro. I've always been the martial artist.
Yeah.
An interesting story. Hope you guys want to hear this, but
Yeah,
I
that's what we're
started
here.
karate. My dad put me in karate when I was 10. Okay.
Harry, there's feedback on the mic.
No, it's
Yeah.
the rain.
Oh, yeah, there
It's
was.
the rain. It's, the
shit.
mic's picking it up.
Ah, there we
I
go.
hear it
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I.
That's strong as rain.
Yeah, it's nuts out there. Let me hear it with my real ears. Damn. Real ears. Yeah, it does.
Dude, it's pouring cats and dogs and cows
nuts.
and freaking horses.
Your bunnies are done, bro.
Oh, yeah.
bunnies in his
I
yard.
have 4 bunnies in my yard. They'll come out when the rain stops and nibble.
Not that we're at Basil's house. We're in the studio. He's just saying. He's remembering.
Bro, this is the most badass. I wish the camera saw what's on that side. It's so sick in here. God damn. Like I want to go over there, like.
That's crazy. Everyone that comes here says the same thing.
Damn, bro. Like, why am I here? Like, I should be there. Yeah, so I did martial arts since I was 10 years old. I never played basketball, football, nothing in high school. I was the martial arts. I was the karate kid, basically. From the time I was 10 to like maybe 22, I trained on and off at some point. But anyway, I got to 3rd degree brown belt. And
Nice,
next
okay.
next step was
Black.
black. Yeah, and I taught martial arts for many years, whatever.
Yeah.
But I recently, like about starting a year ago, it started coming back to me like, bro, you never got your black belt after all that. You
Unfinished business.
You never got
You
your
gotta
black
go get
belt.
it.
Like, bro, so listen to this.
Unfinished business.
Listen to this, bro. When I was younger and at school, and I've never told this story publicly in any way, shape, or form, but there was a kid, and he was older than me. You're a Pasadena guy, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Remember when Anto Artemisian
Yeah, I know.
died in a car accident?
Yeah.
Anyway, he was one of the highest. He was the highest ranking guy in that school, and he was a role model to me. So, and he would have been the first black belt in that school.
Yeah.
So,
Wait,
he passed away in a car accident.
Did you study karate at school or in a private
in that
dojo?
school. In that school. No.
Oh, okay.
It's a Kenpo karate
Okay.
school. Anyway, it was called High Kenpo at the time. It's Jeff Speakman's Kenpo karate right now. But anyway, he passed away, and for me, it was the first time that someone passed away that I had interacted with as a kid. It hit me hard.
Changes your life.
It hit me hard, and there was like this booklet they released at that time, where everybody wrote like their feelings about it, and I asked my karate instructor, I was like, can I write in there too? And in whatever message I wrote, I said that I promise I'm gonna get my black belt for you.
Bravo.
About a year ago, this started coming back to me. Bro, it started coming to me in dreams.
Yeah.
I had a dream one night. This was maybe about 5 or 6 months ago. I had a dream where in the dream there's a voice saying, "What happened to your promise that you're gonna get your black belt?"
Wow.
from Antic? What happened? You got it. You
It's in
made
your
a promise.
subconscious, bro.
Bro, it was. I'm not. You
Yeah.
couldn't be making this stuff up.
Yeah.
That same morning, listen to this. That same morning, my cousins were living with me at the time because their house was being remodeled.
Yeah.
They were living with me for like 5 or 6 months.
Huh.
And for the first time, for some reason, my cousin Narcissus decides he wants to airplay old photos.
Oh,
off his
shit.
thing. And he comes across a karate photo. I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, hold up.
It's
bro.
funny how that
so
works,
I told
yeah?
them the story. I was like, look, I had this is crazy to me that this photo
Yeah.
just popped up because I
Right.
had this crazy dream last night. 10 minutes later, hour later, whatever, I go to the gym. I'm working out. My old karate training partner, who I never see at the gym, walks right next to me, bro. I'm like, Sako, what's up, bro? This is that. I was like, bro, I got a question for you. Do you ever think about, because we were the same rank.
Yeah.
I was like, do you ever think about going back for black belt? He's like, bro, all the time, bro, all the time. I was like, bro, I think I'm gonna go back, man. This is that. So I got back. Now I'm back. And I'm focused on July, hopefully in Vegas, getting my black belt, and
Nice.
it's been
Do
the
it,
best
bro.
Decision I've made in my life, bro. It's
Do
like
it.
It brings you discipline, right? Like
Yeah.
besides the
Yeah.
discipline,
That's why I took
I'm
it.
teaching
Yeah.
kids again, and like there was
Yeah.
such a joy in that, bro. You like being a good role model, and then on top
Right.
of that, you genuinely want to take care of your health.
It's a good thing to do martial arts if you're a child because it teaches you discipline, it teaches you confidence, and everything. I took kung fu.
Nice.
I took kung fu
How
in
long?
4 years,
Wow.
9th grade through first year of college. My grandpa's neighbor was oh my God, he was a trainer for the Army Special Forces.
Sick.
Okay, and he was pretty badass. He was old Chinese man. This guy, but you look at him, he's 5'1". He could kick 18 fucking people's asses by not even sweating, like no joke. And you can look him up. His name was Buck Sam Kong.
excuse me?
Exactly.
Out of Chutsun.
Exactly. He was amazing, man. Spiritual, everything. I mean, never rushed us, never cared about money, and learned a lot. So I studied, because I was a big guy, I studied Tiger and Crane, never did the fucking bullshit flying kicks, all that stuff, because it's not my style.
Yeah.
So mine was very grounded, strong
that's the
punches.
Taekwondo stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But this was more like Kempo karate,
Kempo, yeah.
exactly. So it was a Tiger and Crane, Silum Pai. It was called Silum, hand and
Shot
foot.
Sirun.
Not Silum Pai.
I think Sirun Pai is better.
The point is, I finished a couple of the forms and everything, Lao Garken and a couple other things. Then I went to the couple
Barbie
of the
and
weapons.
Ken?
But then you go to college, you start hanging out, you start
Yeah.
partying and stuff,
Yeah.
you forget it. Like you, I had unfinished business. I wanted to go back, but he passed.
Oh no.
He was already an old man in the 90s, right?
Mr. Miyagi.
Basically. But he was like a mentor. He was like an advisor,
yeah.
and that's the relationship that you have.
And that dojo becomes your family, bro.
It does. So I now want to put my kids in martial arts.
That's funny. We're talking about karate and dojo. We have an announcement later.
Yeah. So I think every kid should do martial arts because
Yeah.
it's not about kicking people's asses. You
Yeah.
can kick people's asses by punching them. You have to learn. I'll tell you a funny story. We were in high school, and I had a friend.
You had a friend?
Yeah, I had one friend.
A whole friend?
Yes, my parents.
way.
My parents' check never bounced with him. So we were talking at a party, and he's boxing. Okay, Armo guy. He's boxing. I'm a boxer. Right. So he said, Basil, I bet you I could kick your ass in a boxing match. I go, I'm sure you can, but if it's a street fight, I'll own you.
Yeah.
Very calm. No, bullshit, bro, bullshit. I go, all right. You give me one punch, but you take one punch first. I gave him one punch. We're at a party.
Yeah.
Okay? So I go, punch me in the face if you want. I don't care. Punch me in the face. I won't block it, right? So he goes, I'm not going to punch you in the face. Let's do gut shots. I said, fine. Let's do gut shots. He punches me. Like
Parties aren't like this anymore, by the
No,
way.
exactly. No way. So he punches
You want to
me.
go body? Remember, you want to go body?
So what does a boxer do? He punches in the breadbasket.
Yeah.
Okay? Right in the breadbasket. I'm like, okay. Didn't flinch. Good punch. He's strong. Okay? Didn't flinch. I go, you ready for mine? He goes, take your best shot. I said, all right. Just watched him.
right in the solar plex,
Damn.
right on an exhale.
Done.
He literally goes,
What, are you trying to kill your friend?
no, because I didn't punch him that hard, but I knocked the wind out of him, right?
Hit him in the right place.
I hit him in the right
You
place.
had
'cause
that
I-
one
I
friend
knew-
and you're going to kill him?
I knew where to hit him. Okay, I knew where to hit him, and I did a martial art punch right there,
yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
He literally couldn't gasp his breath. He couldn't catch his breath. He fell to the ground, and I told him, Alan, I said his name, I go, Alan, if this was,
I know, Alan.
if
No
this,
way.
if this was a real fight, you'd be dead.
Of course.
Just know that.
Of course.
Now get up, get over your breath,
And
let's
let's
go
have a
grab a
drink.
beer. That's it. Right? Yeah.
He's like, okay, I'm getting, okay.
I'm going to bring it up to him next time I see him.
No, don't bring it up. But that's what happened. And that's the difference between a boxer and a martial artist. Because a boxer
Right.
is going to pound you and pound you and pound you and wear you down.
Yeah.
A martial artist needs to end this fight in 30 seconds, give or take 20 seconds.
yeah.
That's it.
You know what's interesting? Even like the martial arts culture, like the way the world sees it has changed. You know, when I was doing
Exactly.
martial arts, I was kind of like shy for people to know, like, oh, the Karate Kid, like it was funny.
Exactly.
But now there's MMA, and
Of
it's
course.
fucking
Of
badass.
course. Yep.
If you
MMA.
know how to fight, even if you.
MMA has fucking
Now it's
what
the
is
cool
word?
shit.
Like,
Now it's the cool
exploded.
shit, bro. But
Yeah.
before it was like, oh, he does karate, like
It wasn't popular in the 90s.
It wasn't popular. You were just a kid getting
Exactly.
bullied, trying to learn how to defend yourself.
Exactly.
Now it's the cool shit, bro.
Exactly.
Now it's like you're a black belt in what? What else? Jiu-jitsu, Kempo,
Yeah.
Taekwondo. That's badass.
All right, guys, we got 17 people watching. Hey, anybody have
welcome,
a
everybody.
question? Go
Cheers
ahead
to
and
you guys.
type your
Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
type your
guys. Thanks for
questions.
joining.
By the way, this will be up tomorrow on YouTube, only YouTube, because we're strictly YouTube right now. And you can replay and rewatch anything you've missed. So, yeah.
Guys, ask us any questions. Feel free. Let's open up the floors.
There was a nice goat debate earlier. You guys might want to rewind to.
Yeah.
Just rewind it, and then you'll see that I'm right.
But yeah, man, everything's changed. Like so going back to like gangster apparel. Was,
Right.
That was the 90s.
That was the 90s.
Baggy and,
yeah,
But the kids we would have laughed at back then, those are the cool kids now. The nerdy
know.
with the glasses and the suspenders, like Steve. The Steve Urkel look is like you're the creative kid now.
right. Right.
Am I right or what, bro?
Yeah.
100% right.
It was,
100%.
back then it was about who was wearing it. Like if you were wearing Nikes with Adidas socks, you're done.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
You got
You're
to match.
done,
You can't
bro.
be.
But
yeah.
now like the kid who it's not they don't know where they bought the clothes from is interesting now. Oh, where's he getting like
Yeah, it's vintage stuff, too.
it's vintage stuff. Yeah. Oh, he buys this at the used vintage store. It's like, those are the cool kids
That's
now.
a thrift shop, bro.
But
Relax.
I kind of appreciate that, man. Like, you know, there's an appreciation now for arts and social media. That's one of the things that it's really changed. Is
absolutely.
I was a creative kid growing up. I didn't
Yeah.
do too good in school. Not because I wasn't smart. It didn't interest me. But like the kids who are creatives now might be getting a C in the class, but he has a fucking million
you ask
followers.
5 kids now.
Very good question,
4 out of
Matt.
the
We'll
5
get
kids,
to it.
4 out of the 5 kids now to say, what do you want to be when you grow up? YouTube influencer, social media influencer.
Yeah,
this is a job now.
Bro, my nephew is 8 years old.
Bro,
I've
if
told
your
you the
plumbing breaks,
stories.
this is the problem with our society. If our plumbing breaks in 20 years, you're going to have a social media influencer come in to fix it or a plumber.
I don't know if I told this. Of course, a plumber, but yeah.
But they're not going to be plumbers left.
Exactly.
But are you going to get a plumber who's also vlogging the whole process? Or?
All right, so we're here at Harry Onesian's house. He's got a level 5 puncture. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go with a 1/18th clamp. What the?
Okay, Herin kishere kaknets.
Shotcock choskiri. Genetic.
Okay. MTR meče čertar gor, čuren časnit gor.
Majre tare.
Tu vas čape, as čape rirena majre tagazis.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. The way social media has influenced people and the way that people actually act nowadays. It's completely different than obviously when we were growing up, when we had our, youth.
Dude, these kids today have no youth, bro. They're growing up so damn fast with social media. It's not even funny.
Bro, my nieces and nephews.
Okay, go ahead.
My
and then
nieces
I'll
and
ask you
nephews.
what
You know what I caught them doing, bro?
Listen
Listen to this, bro. You're not gonna believe it. Hide and go seek was the best damn game.
Yeah,
in the world.
100%.
We loved it. Yeah.
Okay, I walk into my cousin's house. The kids.
How old are they?
This was a few years ago.
Okay.
So they're somewhere between 5 and 9.
Okay.
Okay. They're sitting all next to each other. They're on their iPads.
Yeah, bro.
That's okay. That's normal.
Yeah,
Ask
nowadays.
me what they're doing
Absolutely.
though. They're playing a hide and go seek app.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh!
They're in this map and they're hiding. And look, Like the older ones
I can't.
are smarter than the younger ones, right? So he's just like, oh, okay. He's behind the scarecrow. Right?
It's
They're
like-
playing hide and go seek. Bro,
I'm surprised there isn't a tag app.
I swear if I'm making this up, bro. But you know how screwed the kids would like. We can hide, bro. Like imagine someone's chasing us. We know how to hide.
100%.
If someone's chasing these kids this day,
Oh, they're screwed for the zombie apocalypse.
Then,
That's
bro.
it.
They're behind a tree like sideways.
This is why, guys. This is why I built this.
Oh yeah, so we can hide.
No. I built this.
I see 5 hiding spots.
I
right
built this because
To hide
I
from your
wanted,
wife.
Well, no, forget that. But that's a given. But I built this so my children can experience our childhood growing
Right.
up in the 80s. And
Right.
in this bar, it's 1985.
Yeah,
Ronald Reagan is up on the wall.
yeah.
The time stands still in this
You know
bar.
what we're missing? Schlitz malt liquor.
Yes, I was actually looking for Schlitz malt liquor. I want a neon sign of Schlitz
Do you
malt
remember
liquor.
Schlitz? Do you know what Schlitz is?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
How about Lowenbrow? Okay, we need
The
Lowenbrow.
Lion's Brew.
This place gives like married with children vibes.
The best vibe. Peg. So, piggybacking off of that, which is a back comedy-based,
That
comedy
show will
related.
never be made again.
Matt has a good
No, hell
question.
no.
We went over this when he was
Oh
here.
yeah. Good question.
Okay.
Let's ask Arm.
All right, Armand. Do you have a comedy Mount Rushmore for? Because we went over this actually last podcast.
The last podcast
Yeah, we
with
did
Matt.
before this. Yeah. I'll repeat mine. You can repeat yours.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, mine is pretty simple. It's Rickles, Eddie Murphy, Jerry Seinfeld, and Dave Chappelle. Those are my
okay.
my 4.
Okay.
Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Richard Jenny, Eddie Izzard,
Okay.
Okay. My favorite.
and honorable mention Steve Martin.
No.
my-
We're not doing honorable mentions. I have a lot of honorable.
my favorite stand-up comedian of all time, where like when my exposure to what stand-up comedy is,
Yeah.
we used to sit, bro, like in the 90s, we were like a Nordic Armenian family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a family, we used to sit and watch Sinbad.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I remember Sinbad, yeah.
stand-up, clean comedy.
Clean
by-
Very
comedy.
clean comedy.
Clean,
Like Seinfeld.
family, culture, which
Yeah.
are the topics that I'm obsessed with. These
Yeah.
are my topics, and
Yep.
and it's crazy how much of him,
Yeah.
I
I could see that.
Yeah.
I
represent,
definitely
and
see
for
that.
the Armenian, what he did for the black.
But
community,
you're
I
doing
do-
it in
I do-
Armenian, yes.
'cause to me, that's what stand up. Because that's what I.
I actually mentioned this to Matt too. The cleanest comedy is probably Bill Cosby. He talks about family
Yes.
life and everything. Bro, in the 80s, Bill Cosby was the king
70s
of
and
clean
80s,
comedy.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
to the point where he got so pissed off at
Yeah.
Richard Pryor and Eddie,
Eddie
Murphy.
Murphy, yeah.
You know?
He called him, yeah.
Basically, Eddie Murphy called him
Yeah.
out in Raw.
It's the best.
You
so it would be-
cannot say.
Flute, flat, flip.
You want some Jello?
All right, so for route motion.
Sinbad for me is
Okay.
the best ever, and
You
and
got
I
3
still,
more.
and I still watch his stuff.
Okay.
Dave Chappelle has to make the list,
Yes, I agree.
and I'm just this is all going by who's made me laugh out loud,
Right.
bro. Because it's not easy to make
Okay.
me laugh, bro. Sinbad, Dave Chappelle, Louis C.K. has to be on that list for me, bro.
Okay,
Louis
okay.
C.K. He
Louis
just-
is very funny. I agree.
bro. He's
Very funny.
pathetic, and it cracks me up, bro. Like it's like the most horribly written jokes in the world, but something about delivery, bro.
Right.
Just his delivery.
I lo-
He knows exactly who he is.
I love his.
He knows exactly who he is,
Yeah.
and he knows exactly what people find funny about him.
I
bro.
love his.
You know how hard that is to know as a
amazing
comedian.
bit. Have you?
100%.
You've heard the amazing bit where he goes. Nowadays, everyone says everything is so amazing. The coffee I got was so amazing and stuff. You can't use amazing for everything.
Yeah. Or like hilarious. Like women are sitting around and saying something was hilarious. Like, do you know what hilarious
Yeah,
is?
exactly.
It means you almost died.
Yes.
Like- I can, never,
100%.
I can never do a bit like that, bro.
100%.
Right.
It's
And
the
then
delivery.
The fourth one is hard for me, but in recent years, Sebastian Maniscalco has really impressed me. bro.
Sebastian is-
because
Sebastian-
I love cultural comedy and I love physical comedy, and he's really good at physical
Have you
comedy.
watched Dice at all?
No.
There's a lot of dice in Sebastian, but cleaner. A lot,
Yeah.
and
Well, Sebastian opened for Dice.
him exactly.
Sebastian opened for
he
Dice
took a
and
lot
Dennis
of
Miller.
influence from
Which
Dice.
is crazy because comedians don't usually have a similar kind of.
No. There is.
Performer
There
in
is.
front of
There
them.
is. I'll tell you why. I started doing a lot of shows with Maz. My comic delivery turned into Maz. I became Maz Light.
Yeah.
To the point where Terry at the Haha said, I'm not going to let you do shows with Maz anymore.
Yeah,
You're going to go up after him or before him or whatever.
It's a conflict for them.
It's a not just that. She goes, I want you to develop your own voice. Because I realized it too. My delivery, my cadence was
Yes.
turning into Maz.
Sebastian's cadence
and it was
is a lot like
subconscious,
Dice.
right?
Yeah.
It was subconscious because I'm like, fuck, I'm hanging out with Maz all the time. I'm watching him. I'm emulating the guy.
Yeah.
And subconsciously, I'm turning into him.
You know what's funny is Sebastian is full on Italian. He brings the whole culture out when he's doing his give it. Dice is fake Italian. He's Jewish.
He's Jewish.
But Sebastian took from Dice
Yeah.
because
Well, it's the Brooklyn accent is what it is.
It's so crazy how you adapt to, like for me, like without realizing it, I mimic who my idols were.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it happens.
And I think all artists
It happens.
do. And look, there's a big difference between stealing and copying.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
No, of course.
Stealing, they say steal like an artist, right?
Yeah.
So stealing is something that you would proudly go tell the person, bro, I stole that
Yeah.
formula. You're amazing. I stole that formula from you.
Yeah.
Copying is I word for word got up and said exactly what you said the
Yeah.
way
We
you
call
said
that
it.
the Carlos
There's a-
Mencia effect.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
There's a big difference between the two. So
Or the Trevor Noah, if you ask
I hold
Russell.
the microphone.
Oh my God, Russell has a dude.
Bro,
Russell and Trevor Noah.
I hold the microphone on the stage like The Rock.
Yeah.
I idolized The Rock when I was a kid, bro. I had my sideburns like I did. So I walk
coming back, bro.
He
WrestleMania.
is back. He
Next
is back.
month
He is back.
You know how that
But
happened,
it's
right?
so crazy
I'll
that
tell you later.
there's the people you idolized plays such a big role in your
Of course.
Bro, I watch Kobe highlights before getting on stage.
Yeah.
Like big shows, I'm watching Kobe highlights before he died.
Yeah.
Before he died, bro. There's people you've never met play such a big role
course.
in your life.
Of course.
I've never met Kobe, and
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I feel like we had some kind of like soul connection, bro.
Robin
100%.
Williams is funny, Ralph, but I mean, we can only name 4. Robin Williams was great.
Robin Williams is so much more than just a comedian.
I'm sorry.
That was just one thing he
Legend.
did. Robin Williams was a legend, bro.
I'm sorry, but I mean, we're gonna have a future guest, and that comic has a story about Robin Williams. Guys, Robin Williams was
Yeah.
a notorious joke thief. Okay, he would literally go to the comedy store, sit in the back quietly, and listen to other people's other people's jokes, and steal them and turn them into Robin Williams jokes. Okay, so there's stuff.
First time I'm hearing this.
Trust me, he's notorious joke thief.
We're gonna have to bring it up when he's here.
Yeah, we'll bring it up when he's here. And he got up on the stage in the OR, and he heard the voice. He heard the voice. He heard the voice in the back. Oh, yes. And he goes, "Is that Robin? Is Robin in the crowd tonight?" It literally 30 seconds into his act, he goes, "Yes, I am." He goes, "That's my time. Thank you so much. I'm out of here." Literally walked off the stage.
Wow. Yeah, no, but Robin's, bro, like just take Genie from Aladdin, bro.
Oh, 100%.
Like, who is this guy,
100%.
bro? Who are you, bro? That's nuts, man.
100%. Look, the defense of that is, okay, he may have stolen jokes, but he made them immortal.
Exactly.
He made him immortal.
Listen, he turned them into his. I don't care about stealing this.
Yeah.
He delivered it better than the original comic.
I will never turn
so-
away from a Robin Williams set. I will always watch it, even when it's on.
So like, knock jokes, for example, right?
Right.
So you didn't create that.
Of course not.
Someone said the first knock
Right.
joke at some point.
Right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just a formula for a joke, right? So
Yeah.
There's a difference between stealing a formula for a joke and stealing the
actual
joke.
joke.
But there are a lot of joke thieves, Arm.
Of
There's
course.
a lot of
Yeah.
joke
Bro,
thieves out there.
Bro, you know how many times I've seen people do
That's a lot.
jokes that
Yeah.
that you'll see in my
That's a lot.
Vine compilation from like 2013. I'm serious, and look, it's happened before where someone stole my jokes and I didn't message them, I didn't write to them, I didn't get mad about it.
Right.
I figured I'm one of two kinds of creators: the one who is copied from, or the one who copied.
It's a compliment if you
Man,
really think about it.
Dude, that night that Joe Rogan confronted Carlos at
I've
the
seen
comedy
that. I've
store,
seen that.
I was supposed to be there.
That was the end of him.
Noel
That was the end
had
of
his show.
Carlos.
Noel had a show in the Belly Room that night, and I was doing a spot at the Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
And this whole shit was going down, and I wanted to see it because everybody's pissed off at Carlos,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But the owner, not owner, but the guy that ran the club at the time, at
Was
the
it
comedy
Adam?
store, no, it was Tommy. Okay, and Tommy always brought in guys that were hot, and nobody wanted Carlos at the comedy store.
By the way, bringing up Adam, I remember Norm. I hate that I left Norm off the Mount Rushmore. Norm was
Oh yeah, you suck, Harry. Yeah,
Norm was
yeah.
Norm
Kick him
was
off the podcast.
one of a kind.
You know what's funny about Norm?
He's one of a kind.
Angelo and Norm cut their teeth at the Yuck Yucks and all these clubs
Canada.
in Toronto and Canada. And we used to do the Canada Day show at the Comedy Store. And Every time we're like Adam used to be on his podcast, right? And
That's how I remembered
That's
him.
right. So Norm was at the Comedy Store one night. I go, Norm, you're Canadian. Do the show for us, man. I go, we got Tom, we got Harlan, we got Russell. Oh yeah, is that Angelo's thing? Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
That's Norm, bro. That's Norm. Who cares? I still
Oh
like the
yeah,
guy.
it's
I still
great.
love the
Angelo's
guy.
doing that show.
Still love
Yeah,
the
yeah,
guy.
yeah. I'm busy.
Anyway, I cut you off. Anyway, go ahead. Cut you off.
No, I can't even. That night they went off.
Yeah.
And what pissed everybody off was Joe is a regular at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
He got banned. He got banned because he called out Carlos. Why? Because Carlos had a hit TV show on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
And Joe wasn't doing shit other than UFC.
He had more pull.
That's
At the time.
Fear Factor
Look
got
at him now.
canceled.
Look
Okay.
at him now.
Fear Factor got canceled. Yeah.
By the way,
he
he
had
just
the last laugh, right?
re-upped yesterday.
I know, but
Yeah.
it's awesome that way. But Joe is such a nice guy. He came back to the Comedy Store and he did shows again. Okay, but that night left a bad taste in everybody's mouth.
Yeah.
Like basically it said, okay, no one is safe here anymore. Okay, because at the time Mitzi wasn't doing well. She wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is 2008, 2007, 8, and by the time I got there, shit was already done. Because I literally left the Laugh Factory, drove down Sunset, and it was already over.
Yeah.
You know?
what's funny is a couple times, I remember a couple times at least, when we had our ballistic shows there, every time we'd finish, we'd go, outside to the bar area
Yeah.
where everyone. Joe was always there.
Always. He's so approachable.
It's crazy that we didn't have him on any of our. You didn't ask him, and it's not my place to ask. I'm just doing the music.
Joe is always
So-
a funny comic. I've always liked his stand up. I always did.
I
You
mean,
know?
it would have been all right for him to come on for a little bit. It would have been cool. That's all I'm saying.
Look, I never turn comics away. You know that.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
People come up,
Bro.
like Jay London would come up and
My
say, can I
God.
do 5 minutes? Sure.
Listen to this,
You know?
bro. Our show would be maybe, in our estimation, 2 hours, yeah?
Right.
6 comics at most. Bro, there's been nights we've gone 3.5, 4 hours. We
Yeah.
went till 1 in the morning.
Nobody
one time.
wanted to leave.
Damn.
Bro, no,
It's
it's
like
forget
comics
leave.
after
We just
comics
kept
and
getting
comics and
people.
comics and
People
comics.
dropping.
Jeff Garland came in one night.
Dropping. I'm like, mamantagim, dungusam goretal.
That's right.
It's Sunday night. I have to work
yeah.
the next day.
But it was fun, man.
Fun times, bro.
Are you
was
still
a lot of
writing?
fun.
Are you writing?
Oh, yeah, all the time. All the time.
What's your writing process like?
And it's a good question. So I find the humor in everything. So if I find something funny, I'll just make a note of it, and then I'll just turn it into a bit, And then that's basically it. I've always had this way of turning something into a joke,
Sure.
And people always say there's 2 types of people: a comic and a comedian.
Right.
A comic will say funny things.
Say
A comedian will say things in a funny way.
opposite.
Opposite way.
Comedian will say funny things. Comics
Huh.
say things funny.
Exactly.
Like a where there's people who could read the newspaper and it'll be funny.
Right.
I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those.
Exactly. So that's basically how it is. I write it down, and then I'll start, writing jokes, and it just comes to me. Like I always joke, and I tell Harry, my life is like Larry David because I mouth fart. I really think I have some sort of autism or something because I say stupid shit.
Yeah.
And I get called out on it.
Yeah.
So it happens a lot. Like this one time I was at the urgent care, and I'll tell you this story. This is with the fat Indian doctor, okay? And this actually made it into my act. I smoked a cigarette. I was smoking a cigarette at the time.
Oh, yeah, I
and I
remember
went in
this.
for the
I
flu.
remember this, yeah.
And she comes in. She goes, "Who's smoking here? Don't you know smoking is the number 1 leading cause of death in the country?" And I said, "Well, obesity isn't too far behind." And she goes, "What are you trying to say?" I'm like, "Lay off the Big Macs and cupcakes and I'll listen to what you have to say." And this is a true story. This actually happened. She kicked me out. She kicked me out of the fucking urgent care. So then this is another Larry David moment. Now I'm going to get a little graphic. Last year in October, I was working out very heavily. I started having a pain in my groin. Okay. And one day, so I pulled my groin. And one day I was urinating. It hurt. So I started freaking out. And I went to the urgent care.
Yeah.
Right. So I go in there, and the freaking nurse is writing me in. He goes, "So what are you in for?" I go, "Well, my groin hurts, and it hurts when I pee, right?" And the guy's like, he goes, "It's one or the other, bro. Like, I got there at 7:50. They closed at 8, right?" Yeah. He wants to get the fuck out of there.
Right.
So I go, "I don't know, just write urination, right? I don't know, just write urination."
Yeah.
So the guy literally does one of these. He goes, like that, and he's giving my blood pressure. So I said, "Hey, man, I know it's 10 minutes before you close.
Right.
I'm pretty sure you got somewhere to be, but don't roll your eyes at me and don't believe me, you know?"
right.
He goes, "I didn't roll my eyes at you. I have MS." So I did one of those Larry David. I go, hey, I go, look, I go, for what it's worth, I'm really sorry. He goes, it's a little late for apologies. I swear I heard the Curb Your Enthusiasm music in my head. So these are situations that happen to me, and I just talk about them on stage.
And even when it's not a funny situation, after a few years of doing comedy, everything goes through a comedy filter.
Right.
Well, you could be at a funeral.
Exactly.
You could be at a funeral, and everything goes through like, what's funny about this right
Exactly. Your brain gets rewired.
It's a gift and a curse.
It is really a gift and a curse. Your brain gets rewired.
Seriously, you find the funny in everything, bro.
Right.
Or you're constant because good material's so hard to come by, bro. You know, I've said, and you'll probably understand this. Writing comedy rarely happens with a pen and a paper.
No, never.
You have to go. You have to be in the world, talk to people.
Yeah.
Sure,
it
yeah,
happens
yeah,
in situations.
experiences, right,
And I have this theory that this is why some of the big comedians who blew up at some point, they start eventually sucking or having other people write for them. Because
you run
now
out of
they're
shit.
alone in a mansion.
Yeah,
He can't go sit at a Starbucks and people watch anymore.
He's too big. Right.
Comedy happens in the world, bro. Comedy, it's the materials everywhere but your house.
Dude, Fraser Smith would write half of George Lopez's material in the 2000s. He would literally write all his jokes.
And Fraser still
kicks ass in the freaking club.
Like someone like Kevin Hart, there's no way while he's waiting for his part in him to shoot it.
No.
There's no way he's writing for himself
Did
anymore.
you guys watch Cat Williams, by the way?
Yes.
He basically said what we've all been thinking, dude.
Really?
But Kevin was never around in the 2000s in the comedy store, in the
just
comedy
blew up
club.
out of
He
nowhere.
just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He's a plant. I'm sorry, dude.
And plants do exist, correct?
Of course. Let's talk about the biggest plant, Taylor fucking Swift.
Oh my God!
Come on, bro. You really think they found true love with Travis Kelce?
Travis Swift,
Guys, this Super Bowl, Travis Swift. This Super Bowl is not about Kansas City and San Francisco.
$331 million.
It's about humanity and globalists. Because Team Pfizer is on Kansas City, boys.
Hey, we don't want this to be bad.
Yeah, come on. YouTube fucking people are talking about this all week.
It's about no more plastic straws. Is this what it's about?
Explain that logic to me, bro. I go to Disneyland. This is another funny bit. I go to Disneyland 2 years ago. Okay,
Basil's on a roll,
bro. We go to Jamba Juice. Okay, and they literally give me a fucking Jamba Juice drink in a plastic cup with a paper fucking straw.
Right.
So then she goes, I go, what's with the paper straw? She goes, well, it's bad for the environment. I go, and you think this plastic cup isn't? Are you fucking retarded? Right. I go, give me a plastic fucking straw. She goes, we don't have them. I'm like, oh, God, dude, you ask a liberal. Well, it's because little turtles get their straws stuck in their fucking throats. I go, well, what if an idiot turtle sticks his head in a fucking plastic cup?
That's worse.
Exactly.
If it goes in his fin.
Bro, I can't, look, stupidity runs rampant in this society these days.
Especially
I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore.
Did you guys catch
You got to go to Texas now, bro.
Dude, no shit,
Texas,
man.
Florida, anyway? You know.
Florida's too humid, bro. Have you walked?
I agree.
Have you walked
That's the only
3
reason
steps
I
in
wouldn't
Florida?
go. That's the only reason I wouldn't go.
Dude, so's Texas.
And then, and then you get jumped by iguanas.
North Texas is not as humid as
No,
you would
North
think.
Texas is not.
Yeah, but Florida, the entire state.
Oh,
is
it's
humid.
bad.
It's pretty
Florida's
bad.
horrible,
It's
bro.
bad, dude.
Or else
you could
South
fart.
Beach is so dope,
Bro, you could fart in a room in fucking Miami in the summertime, and you can literally see the cloud fucking moving across the fucking room. That's how humid it is. That's bad.
Like you started the rain.
Hey, Armand, any plans on returning to DJing?
Bro, I love DJing. Nothing like very little things make me that happy.
Yeah.
Comedy, billions, and DJing. This is it.
Billiards. That thing died out in the 90s, man.
No,
Do
it's
people
still pretty
play?
strong.
No.
It's
Do
still
they
pretty
play?
strong.
Bro, I became. But you know this. I'm officially a league player. Starting
Shut
in like 2
up.
weeks.
Are you serious?
Bro, I shoot pool like 3 or 4 nights a week. Bro.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and there's very few things in the world that I could do for 10 hours straight and not get
Right.
billiards is one of
That's
them.
awesome.
Harry's been seeing me at the bar that I shoot at, and bro, they picked me up on the league team, bro. It's just crazy.
Is that good, bro?
And I'm just a drunk high husband. Like for me, all this time was like, "Chamelu Mahanayin." So they're like, "We need you on our team." Like, okay, bro.
Hey, Ralph, you're watching this. Maybe you want to come back too. My brother, like I told you.
Yeah. Rob, come back, bro. I'm a third.
Your cups are empty. Let's go, boys.
I'm good, guys. I'm good. I gotta use the restroom, and I don't see one in here.
All right.
But you did say you don't like that pinball machine
There
anymore.
you go.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up shortly. So
Yeah,
you
we've
guys
been going hard, huh? 2
yeah.
hours, nice.
Well, has it been 2 hours? No,
Almost.
hour and 40. We're good. Hour and 40.
I think our record was, who's our record?
Our
right?
record's the Wise Guys.
Yeah, the Wise Nuts.
Wise Guys.
We went
whatever.
3.5
You
hours.
guys brought all 30 of them.
All 30 of them were sitting. we
Edgar Arm, we love you. Arno, we love you.
We went close to 3 hours. Yeah, with those guys. I don't know what the hell we talked about for that long, but
I don't remember, but I
We
think the
talked
last
about a lot
15
of
minutes was a
stuff.
total shit fest. It was
Yeah.
awesome. We were so drunk at that point. We just rambled.
Damn, bro.
This is the whole beauty of Bros and
Yeah,
Brews.
that's the point.
You let the alcohol do the talking. You let
Right.
the alcohol do the driving. Okay, that's it. And then if everybody calls you out on your bullshit, say, "Hey, fuck off! I was drunk."
Guys,
Yeah, like imagine we had a game plan tonight. First, let's
I
talk
was just
about
gonna say
this.
this.
Then we'll talk about this.
right. I was just going to say, I don't know if any other podcast operates this way, but we don't plan anything. We just turn the camera on, we start talking.
That's it.
That's how.
Bar
That's how
talk,
we do
baby.
it. That's how we do it here.
Bar talk.
And it usually leads to interesting conversations, and from time to time, maybe awkward
It
pauses.
happens organically. It happens organically.
Yeah, we may have a second or two of awkward pause, but one of us picks it up, and then we're off and running. Again.
Exactly.
You guys have been watching, the 147 subscribers that we have so far. You guys have been watching, so
You guys, I love this podcast, by the way. Keep it going.
Thank you, bro.
It's been
Thanks
an
for
honor
coming
to be
on.
here.
Thanks for coming on, bro.
No, for sure. No, this is cool, man.
Appreciate you,
it's
man.
So it's so natural.
Yeah.
You guys are really good. Like, you guys really complement
Thanks,
each
man.
other's personalities. Yeah.
appreciate it, dude. Appreciate it, yo.
Yeah.
We got the crazy guy and we got the sane guy, so yeah, it works. It works great.
Yeah.
You got the play-by-play and you got the color commentary on this side.
I'm the chicker and you're the still
Dude, this guy has 15 graded Lamar Odom cards. 15 really graded.
How many of those have jizz on them?
where did that even come from, dude?
You love LeBron too much.
Do you have a black light? Let's check.
Okay, he's already had a couple too much because
Yes,
he's-
I'm on 6.
because you said Lamar and he said LeBron. He thought you said LeBron.
I thought you meant LeBron.
Lamar Odom.
Oh, Lamar Odom. Yeah, there we
was
go.
a-
It
Nice
was a
callback.
joke.
Nice callback, bro.
It was a joke.
I got
I
the
did a
callback.
callback,
now.
yeah.
I got the callback.
Obviously you didn't because you were saying something.
Well, 7 Modelos.
Yeah, but he improvised, and that's another.
That's right.
game.
There you go.
You are, after all, sitting with 2 comedians here.
so you're gonna, of course, defend the comedian. Okay, I get it. I get it.
So, of course, we're the darkest, most
Okay.
depressed people. We just don't show people.
Exactly.
All right. If
Do you believe that?
100%.
It's true.
I
There's
think
some truth to that, right?
comedians are fucked up in the head. And I never believed
Okay.
that until I started developing it. And I'm like,
So let me ask you a
All right, I
question.
gotta get a
So
refill.
let me ask you
Yeah.
a question.
Are you sure you don't want?
Yeah, I do want a refill.
I thought you did.
Let me ask you a question.
go ahead.
Are you the way you are because you're a comedian? Or are you a comedian because of the way you are?
That's a very good question. I am a comedian.
I've asked my therapist this.
I'm a
and he's
com-
still going to get back to me.
That's a very, very good question. Considering I've been a class clown since kindergarten,
Same.
I would probably say I was a comedian because I am a comedian.
Yeah.
So it's in us. We have to make people laugh.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, dude, I can. If fuck, it's a good question, dude. Like I get annoyed if I say something funny and nobody laughs.
right.
And I've been like that since I was a kid.
But at this point, we're just testing material on people.
100%. And my friends get pissed sick of that. They're like, material.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
gonna be at a dinner,
yeah.
and they're like,
'Cause
okay,
that's the
babe,
best way to
stop.
find out, bro.
Exactly.
It's the best way to
Stop,
find out.
babe, stop. You know. So, but it's a very, very good question. Which one are you?
I don't know.
It's a tough question
I
to
don't know.
answer.
I don't know.
You know.
I couldn't tell you. Did I end up in this career because I'm a certain way?
Yeah.
Or have I become this way because I ended up in this career?
I think you got into this career because you are a certain way.
Sure, but I didn't have a comedy filter.
You shouldn't have a comedy
until
filter. But you shouldn't have a comedy
until
filter.
I know that I have to have a show coming up. You know what I mean?
But you shouldn't have a filter. This is my problem with stand-up nowadays. People get offended
comedy
so
filter,
quick.
meaning what we were talking about earlier. Where
With the
everything
process.
goes through what's funny about this.
I got
stuff.
you.
Like,
I got
I
you.
didn't used to think that way.
Okay, so you turned into a comedian, basically, is what you're telling me. You were a
But
comic.
then, since I was a kid, my sister told me I should be a
But
comedian.
you were a comic that turned into a comedian.
Maybe. I think the most excitement I got out of school in general was making the rest
people
of the
laugh.
class laugh.
That's exactly how I
and
was.
Then when I realized that I like standing in front of people and talking, speech class in college, bro.
Yeah.
Like I used to volunteer to be the MC. Everybody else was
Me
dreading
too.
it. I couldn't. I wanted to.
I
Let
wanted
me do
to
it.
do
Let me
it
do it.
too.
Let me do it. Let me do it.
Yeah, I wanted to do
Like,
it.
shit, I love talking in front of people, and public speaking is like the biggest fear people have.
I don't get it. It doesn't bother me, you know. And it just I see why they're afraid, because they're afraid of fucking up. But
Yeah, but you know that feeling where very few people know this, where you're backstage, antsy, sweaty palms, you're about to get in front of 1,000 freaking people.
yeah,
But the second you get on the stage,
it's all gone. It's all gone. You're ready to rock and roll. I love
There's
that feeling.
nothing like that,
I
bro.
love that feeling.
I feel
fucking
so
love it.
safe up
Oh
there,
yeah,
bro. I feel so
100%.
safe up there.
It's
100%.
you know, it's crazy. It's the same across the board in any type of
course.
performing.
Yeah,
It's
of course.
like, yeah.
But the risk is so much higher in what we do, bro.
There's risks involved in every. What if my software freezes in front of people, bro?
Of course.
You know what I mean?
But
Like,
look, let's say
then I have to improvise, and I do it. It's happened before, and I've
you're
done it.
DJing.
Yeah.
There's 400 people where you're DJing, and only 10 are dancing.
Yeah.
It's not a tragedy for you.
Exactly.
It's not a tragedy.
It's
10
not a good
people are
look.
laughing for us.
400 people and only 10 are laughing, and all 10 of them are my cousins. It's
Bro, any comic will tell you.
there's nothing worse than pity laughs.
Any
Right.
any comic will tell you, you have at any point in your career done a show when you can hear the ice melting in glasses.
Oh,
And anybody that says they haven't heard that is fucking lying.
Right.
Okay, because it's happened to everybody.
You know those dreams where you're naked in public? You know, it's basically one of those dreams.
You're
bro.
you're
crazy.
praying
You
for
hear
the
the
fucking
blender
light.
if you hear the blender at the bar, like
You're just praying for that light to come on so you can get
and then
off.
the microphone doesn't have an echo, but you hear an echo in the room. Like,
Oh, wow.
And then I said, "Don't come back here again." Can.
You're busting out Lou Gehrig's speech before he retired. Today. But he's right. It's bad. It's
bad
those
up there,
nights
bro.
are bad.
10-minute act feels like 10 hours,
Yeah.
bro. It feels like 10 hours.
On the flip side, an hour and a half show feels like 10 minutes.
minutes.
right. It depends on. Yeah,
It depends on the audience.
I check my phone. Like, what the? Am I?
Yeah.
I was paid for an hour. Like,
Yeah.
am I leaving in 8 minutes? And you don't want to get off.
No, you don't. It's an awesome feeling.
It's an amazing. It's so rewarding when it goes when it goes the way you planned. It goes so well.
Yeah.
But you understand that it not going your way is a part of the job.
100%.
Because you'll never know in any field really, but in stand up it's so right away. You won't know what to do unless you know what not to do.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Basil.
Yo,
So, when are you planning on getting back on stage? Do you have anything planned? I mean, we haven't talked about it. That's why we're doing it on the podcast right now.
nothing.
Really?
Nothing. I'm producing nothing,
Okay.
you know, but I don't know.
Bro, do a show with
okay.
me.
Let's
do it.
Please,
Let's do it.
bro,
Okay, this
please.
is what
I
we
had
need
so
to
much
do.
fun in
I love your
fucking
content.
Fresno.
I love your content. by
The
the way.
reason I'm
Likewise.
asking, the reason I brought it up is because we did a Bros and Brews comedy showcase last year. We had Mike Passion on, we had Noel on, we had Darren Carter
Yeah.
on. Who else did we have on? I don't want to leave anybody out. It was you and I hosting.
Darren Carter.
I said Darren, I said Mike, I said Noel. I think we had drop-ins.
I can't remember.
Yeah, we had a couple drop-ins too because I think someone was with Mike's buddy was there with him. And
Okay.
he did a few minutes. It was great. So I'm thinking we may produce another one. So
Okay, let's do it.
Just we'll keep you guys updated. But Antic is basically inspiring Basil to get back into it. So because of
Basil
that,
was doing this before me.
Well, of course.
It was your bit, right?
Basil's
the
142
Jesus
years
was Armenian,
old.
lived
Yeah.
with his parents at 33 years old.
Yeah,
that was your bit,
my
right?
bit. By the
good.
way, my mom would always go, she goes, don't make fun of Jesus.
Yeah. I've always said, look, if we have a sense of humor, imagine the creator's sense of humor.
100%.
Bro. Imagine the
100%.
creator's sense of humor. Like he
100%.
put that in us, bro.
but it is true. But
I'm, by the way, going through a
ahead.
phase of refinding. Like I've always been a believer, but like I'm digging deep. As a child, always Sunday school bun. I've always believed in God, but I'm in this place right now where I'm like, what's it like to connect with God as an adult? Now I know shit. You know what I mean? Like so that's where I'm currently at. And I'm reading I'm gonna reading the entire Bible plan, bro. Like
I was
Jesus is King. I say it loud and proud anytime I get a chance.
I'm with you, bro. You know I'm good. I'm with you.
I know
mean,
you are.
we've
I know.
had. we've talked about this.
I never, and my dad would say this too. He said, if you're going to do it, make it in a funny way.
And
No,
I told him,
he was being serious. Right
no,
now.
I'm being serious too,
No, of
because
course,
as a
no.
religious person, I don't want to talk about Jesus.
But we're not religious.
But my
We have a
joke,
relationship
the
with
one
Christ.
Antic is talking about, my joke
No, no, I
is
get
not
your
about
joke.
Jesus Christ. My
Yeah.
joke,
It's
if you
about
guys remember,
Armenians.
it's
about
about my
Armenians,
uncle and Armenians claiming
Jesus was
celebrities,
Armenian, yeah.
okay, as Armenian,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then you have that one uncle that says, Jesus Christ was Armenian. That gets a laugh. Then you go into the setup,
Right.
he worked in construction. He had an old girlfriend nobody knew about. And he lived with his parents till he was 28 years old.
It's a funny bit.
He
It's
took
a
over.
funny
He
bit.
took over.
So
his
this is how I
father's
think about it.
business.
This is how I think of it. If I'm doing a Jesus-related joke,
Yeah.
if I'm 100% sure that even if Jesus was there sitting there, he would laugh at it.
He would laugh.
Then it's okay.
Then it's okay.
Right.
That's how I
There's
feel
a
too.
big difference.
That's how I
you know
feel
how
too.
many priests I've made laugh with
Exactly.
like joke and look like. It's happened so many times where he's there. He's sitting. He's third row. I see him.
Yeah.
He's wearing the white thing under the collar thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna try this. I was like, did hide? Night. Aranz asor chemiyalar, hem chemiyalar.
Yeah.
Bro, I've done so many shows with Hayr Mushak there, okay, the Archbishop, okay, and he's known me since I was a baby, okay,
Yeah.
and I'm doing my jokes, and then I want to get into the dirty jokes,
Yeah.
and he literally gets up and walks out in the middle of my show, and I call him out. I call out the Archbishop. I go, Hayr Mushak, what are you talking about? He goes, Ara bidi yallam for tun bidi, so you can say your dirty jokes.
Bir de hayalus kısis.
I've seen like priests face transition and where like he's trying to be the serious like thing, and then
Yeah.
and I've actually gained their respect because
Yeah.
I always find a way on stage to represent like God like
Yeah.
somehow I use my platform for that, you know what I mean, in some way or another.
And that was my dad's thing. My dad, and I even told Matt this too. My dad would always tell me, he goes, do not belittle us. If you're going to do comedy, make us humorous in a positive way.
Sure.
And that goes for religion too, he said. He goes, you do the religious jokes? Because I had a lot of them. I had about 30 minutes of religious jokes because Eddie Izzard inspired me a lot. And Eddie Eddie's very funny.
He passed away.
What are you talking about? Eddie Izzard's still alive.
I think he passed away.
Bullshit. He's
think
fucking
he
still
did.
alive wearing fucking women's clothes in England.
I'll tell you right now.
Anyway, Eddie was, his glorious act, his show was amazing. He talked about religion and stuff, so it kind of inspired me. So,
Oh, he's still alive.
of course, he's still alive.
I heard he passed
Would
away.
you look at that?
So I had a joke. About, I go, Mexicans. I go, you guys are hurting your businesses with the restaurants. I go, because your food's delicious. But every time I go in there, I feel guilty because gluttony is a sin. And the first thing I see when I walk in is a picture of Jesus Christ in the restaurant. And it's not a picture of Jesus Christ doing thumbs up, It's always like, I died for your sins and you're fucking eating like this. It's a funny joke. So, like, I had so much,
There's
so many
a big
things.
difference between bashing and
Exactly.
laughing with.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I've done a bit where like Armenian church is so sad. Like I wish we could learn from the black folks. Where
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we did it. He completed his mission. Like we're in. It's like heaven's a nightclub and we know the bouncer. Like Armenian church is like every
so
Sunday.
depressing.
Every Sunday is the Yotu Karsunk of Jesus. Every Sunday.
I know.
Sorry.
Sad, bro.
I was talking about Dame Edna. She passed
Oh,
away.
yeah, Dame
recently.
Edna, yeah.
He passed away. It's another he, Barry Humphries. He passed away in April of last year. That's why, because they both dress up as women. That's why I was confused.
But Eddie is British.
And Dame Edna's Australian.
British. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But
Bro, I met Eddie. It's like
Yeah.
when you meet your idols, like 2004, 2006, he walks into the comedy store. And I'm like, Eddie, you're one of the reasons I went into comedy. And I go, I'm pleased to meet you. My name's Basil. He goes, Basil? He goes, are you British? He's automatically like, I go, no, I'm Armenian, but It's so funny.
I have to question.
Yeah.
Why Eddie Izzard? He dressed like a woman.
I don't give a shit
Is there
what he-
something?
I don't give a
there,
shit.
Like,
Let me tell you something.
Subconsciously.
When he dressed like a woman.
Let me tell you something.
That's his. That's
Harry,
his.
On
Harry.
stage.
Yeah,
That's
on
his
stage.
persona.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Let me tell you one thing. I don't give a shit.
I understand
what he
you don't
does.
care, but I
the
mean-
man is a genius.
In what way?
In what
I've
way?
watched
in
his
in his stand up,
specials.
in his
He's
delivery,
funny.
and his
He's funny.
intellect.
I'll give him that. He's funny.
He's funny and he's super intellectual. He knows his history. He knows
Mount
his religion.
Rushmore.
100% Mount Rushmore. 100%. He's
Benny
Mount
Hill.
He's Mount No. Benny Hill was never a stand-up.
I don't care. He's
he was
funnier.
a sketch comedy actor.
He's funnier. Super Dave Osborne.
Bob Einstein was a very good stand-up comic. I'm not gonna say anything bad about Bob. P.S. Your cunt is in the sink.
By the way, you know Vince Vaughn took over for
I know.
Bob Einstein.
Yeah, he did.
On
He
the
did.
Curb.
He did.
So, which is a great thing because
Let's talk about Curb. What did you think of that episode? Did you guys watch it?
I did watch it.
No.
You didn't watch it?
I did.
What did you think?
I did watch it.
Do you like where this season's going?
It's as usual. It is annoying the hell out of me because of the situations that Larry is placed in.
I'm getting shades of the Seinfeld series finale.
Really.
That's what I'm thinking because he got arrested on a bullshit charge.
Yes, like what the hell?
Yeah.
I've heard a rumor about a comeback season for Seinfeld, by the way, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
I read
Interesting.
from a pretty reliable
Though
source.
they're still
pretty reliable source.
they're all
David.
they're all still alive.
Yeah, why not?
They-
yeah,
still
but then
do it.
you have, what's his name, who did the racial slurs?
Yeah,
at the-
Michael Richards.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kramer. It's over. I mean, they've gotten over that. That was years ago.
Is it over?
I think it is.
Have you seen the South Park episode?
Well, that was also years ago.
People that annoy you. I know what it is, but I shouldn't say it. Bro,
Hey,
Matt Stone and Trey Parker are gods.
The camera guy.
guy like this.
Naggers.
Oh, naggers. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like naggers.
Who doesn't? Who likes person who nags?
Yeah, no one likes naggers.
I would love a Seinfeld reunion. I really would.
I don't think it's gonna happen because they did it during. Well, they kind of did it during Curb.
Yeah, they did the Curb reunion.
Yeah, so
which is
I mean,
fine.
That's how they got away from like not having to do.
Because if you go with real time, it's been long enough that they might get out of jail.
100%. But they were supposed to be in jail 1 year. They were supposed to be
Really?
1 year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
1 year.
1 year
That was
thing.
it. It was a 1 year
Really?
thing.
Yeah.
That's it. 1 year sentence.
Did they do that just in case they came back like a season?
No, Larry David always said, "I don't want to do reunions. I don't want to do anything."
Have you ever seen the Larry King interview after they ended the show? Jerry was.
Oh
on.
my God, Jerry was promoting B movie.
No. Yeah, he was.
He was promoting B movie. I remember that interview.
And then Larry's like, Jerry, your show, it was you ended it. It wasn't canceled, right?
Yeah.
Do you read the newspaper? Larry?
Yeah, he got pissed.
Have you seen Jerry live?
I mean,
No.
you're
I'm
CNN.
not. Look, I'll be first to admit, I'm not a big Jerry Seinfeld fan in stand up.
I am.
I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm sorry.
a
I'm not.
Huge
I
fan.
I was, but comedy's come such a long way.
Yeah,
I realized that that's not my favorite style.
exactly.
But I did go to see him in Vegas, and listen to this. I was asleep the whole time. Bro.
yeah, I believe it.
No, not because no. I like Jerry Seinfeld. bro.
Okay.
He's Jerry Seinfeld. Period.
Okay.
But, bro, I partied so hard. Bro, for the first time, we went to Vegas for Jerry Seinfeld.
You didn't even.
I swear to
stay up
God,
for it.
I just remember him walking on stage, and then thank you everybody. Bro, I knocked out the whole time, bro. I was
Bro,
out.
it amazes me how people, once you get on a sitcom, okay, you're in everybody's living rooms once a week, minimum.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so people know you.
Feel
So,
part of the family. Yeah.
2007.
Right.
We were going to Vegas with the guys, and my sister was going with her friends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At the same time, Kevin James was performing at the Mirage.
Yeah.
And I was working on King of Queens at the time. So I told Kev, Kev, look, my sister and I want to come to the show. We're going to be in Vegas. So he goes, I'll get you guys tickets. Right? He got us tickets. So all my friends laughing, VJ laughing at me. What a loser. You're coming to Vegas. You're going to go to a comedy show. Here's the funny part. They all wanted to come to the show that night. Okay. So they go, can you call? So I said, fuck it, I'm going to call. So I called Gino's assistant at the time. I go, Gino, look, man, my friends want to come. And he goes, well, I can't get any tickets. You know, it's already sold out.
Yeah.
And Kevin gets on the phone. He goes, who the fuck wants to come, Mara? I go, well, a couple of my friends are bored. They want to go, fuck them. He goes, you and your sister, that's it. So I go, all right, Kev, I'll see you in a couple hours. So we're sitting second row at the Danny Gans Theater, right? And there's a couple from Wisconsin. Now, this is the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
When you're a TV star, people come for you.
Of course,
Right?
of
You don't even
course.
need to have material. But Kevin is fucking hilarious. And actually, if you watch his new special on Amazon, it's fucking good. Or Netflix. It's
I'll
really
go watch
good.
it tonight. I saw it. I didn't watch it yet.
It's
Yeah.
really good. And And so anyway, I'm talking to this couple, and they said, "Oh, we love Kevin James. We love King of Queens. We had to come see him.
Right.
We didn't care how much it costs." I go, "Just out of curiosity, how much you guys pay for these tickets?" $500 each.
Bro, you know,
2007, $500 each.
that's insane. You know what? My ex bought me for my birthday, 2007. It's funny you would say 2006. Remember, I think we spoke about this in the last podcast. The funniest comedian I've ever seen live. I'm going to ask you too after. Who do you think it is? I'm just curious.
Live?
I've seen.
Oh,
him
I
live.
know my answer already.
No, you know my answer because I said it last podcast.
Yeah, I know yours.
You know who cracks me up live?
Yeah.
You know Orny Adams?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Bro, Orny Adams
Yeah.
is so funny, bro.
Yeah. And Harry actually likes Orny too.
So
Yeah.
funny,
I love
bro.
Orny Adams.
He should be a bigger deal, bro.
yeah.
He should be a bigger deal, bro. How is he not the...
Orny
is
not.
amazing,
Look,
bro.
here's
It's
the problem.
hilarious.
He talks
Guys,
off the mic. That's what I'm saying.
Orny, let me tell you the problem with comedy right now. Orny is a comics comic. Comics and people who love comedy
Right.
love Orny.
Right.
But the problem with comedy now, he's not marketable. He's not marketable.
So funny,
This is the problem with comedy now. In the 70s and 80s, if you're funny, you get a fucking gig.
Yeah.
You don't even need to be funny now. You just need to look good.
Right.
And you're marketable, they'll fucking push you.
Yeah, man.
That's the problem with comedy now.
Yeah, bro, but he gets laughs, bro.
He gets laughs. I get it, but he's not marketable.
Sure.
So
anyway,
who's the comic live? I want to hear this.
I told you last
Yeah.
podcast. I don't know if you even know how funny this guy is live.
Go.
He's a comedian, but he does hosting. He does game shows. He's on America's Got Talent. Howie
Ben.
Mandel.
So, yeah.
Howie Mandel?
Howie is
Of
the
course.
funniest comic I've ever. Bro, I
Dude,
have
Howie's
tears-
hilarious.
Tears
I've
running
never
down
seen
my
anything
face.
of him, but I've heard this.
Tears running down. The guy is so quick. He has no material.
Yeah.
Everything is crowd work. The whole show is crowd work.
Crowd work is material sometimes, though.
Yeah.
Let me tell
I
you.
know. I understand.
It's
that.
a gift.
I understand.
It's really a gift.
It's a
Sam
gift,
Tripoli
bro.
is one of the best riffers. If
No,
you,
no.
if
Not
you
like-
sit there with Sam, he'll literally rip every audience member
Bro,
apart.
Howie, there's no way he's gonna know.
But-
this steel worker from Iowa is coming to see him. What do you do, sir? I'm a steel worker, bro. He's got a joke for it.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So for jokes like that, like, I'm curious.
Yeah.
Don't you think that someone once told me that the best improvised jokes are written?
Of course.
No. There's a premise written. There's a template, and they work off of that.
No. So the question you ask from the stage is, what do you do for a living?
Right.
As a comic, it's my job to have something
Right.
for
In the holster.
just about every career that could exist.
Of course.
Right.
How many careers are there? Like, chances are he's not a fucking rocket scientist, right? He's going to be a plumber, electrician, software engineer,
Right.
I'm a waitress.
Right.
I think, and you know what happens? Like the improvs that I've done off stage, I've realized that now I have that. Now
Yeah.
I know that works. If this happens again, the stage,
course, you
I
keep it
can
in the
report
holster.
back. Exactly. So no, Maz is
you-
really good at
you
crowd
build.
work.
Is very
Maz
good
is
at that.
very
No,
good at crowd
Maz
work.
is good. Russell is amazing.
Russell has honed his riffing
Yes. Yeah.
tactics
He's amazing.
the past 10 years. It's amazing.
But the best I've ever seen is Howie. I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Howie is insanely good.
well, you're talking audience participation
Yes.
and riffing?
Yes, he
Okay.
was walking into the crowd, bro. He's walking into the fucking
The
crowd.
best comic I ever saw live, and I'm so glad I did, 1997, before I even got into fucking stand-up,
Bro.
Rodney Dangerfield, Laugh Factory.
Oh, Rodney's something.
Amazing. Seeing this man live for an hour.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think this comedy club culture is now leaning towards crowd work?
I gotta be honest with
I
you.
think that's where it's gone.
I got to be honest with you. The only clubs I've done post-COVID is the Haha, and I can't even give an answer. I don't even know.
I've done a show before, Comedy Store, where some very big names, late night show. Have you done a late night show? Like,
Oh, yeah.
where you gone on
2
at
in the
12,
morning.
15
Yeah.
or some shit?
Dude, 1:30, 2 in the morning in the whore.
Okay, so everyone's dead already.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says.
The energy's dead in the
energy's
crowd.
Of course,
dead.
everything.
of course. yeah.
There was like 10 performers,
Yeah.
of which 5 were big names. Silence, bro. Silence.
There's 5 people in the crowd at that point.
No, it's full. It's full. It's full. But the talk behind the stage is, oh, bad crowd, they're done. They're done.
Yeah, yeah.
The only comics who got the laughs they went out there for.
Crowd work.
We're doing
Crowd
crowd
work.
work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny you would say
Because crowd work, you know what it does to the
It
audience?
livens the audience.
that. It
They
wakes them
have
up.
to wake
Yeah,
up.
that's It wakes right. them up.
Because they might be next.
Next.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
very important, bro.
It's a very, very strong
You bring
trait to
back a
have.
memory. We were at before the House of Blues closed, across the street from Comedy Store. This is like
Yeah.
6-7 years ago, 8 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Like right before they closed. We're at the House of Blues at the Visa concert. The Visa was playing
Yeah.
at the time. After the concert, a bunch of us went across the street, went to Comedy Store, went upstairs. We're sitting in the front row, upstairs, not the main room.
In the belly room,
The
yeah.
bell room, yeah. So we're in the bell room, we're ordering drinks. Freaking Eleanor Kerrigan comes on.
Eleanor is very funny.
Bro, Eleanor picks on me.
Yeah. She's very funny. She's a strong comic.
She's like, "What are you, Italian or something?" I go, "No, I'm Armenian." "Oh, we have the mayor of Glendale here."
Yeah,
like all of a sudden, it's like
Yeah.
boom, boom, bam, bam, like boom, Gazar Negor.
Yeah.
Like, bro, she's like crowd work, and it was like one
work,
in the morning. Like you're saying, it's 1 a.m. It's a dead environment, but she
Yeah.
woke everybody up. Everyone's live, and like it's like as long as you know what you're saying and who you
There's
have.
a time and a place for everything.
Yeah.
Like Armand said, it's you get to those nights, the energy's so dead, you got to do crowd work.
You have to, bro.
But if you do big events, fundraisers, charity shows, they're
No,
there to
you
laugh.
have your
if you're
sets
doing- if
at
you're
that
doing a
point.
theater-
And I've seen comics literally sit there when people pay $100, $200 a ticket for a charity and they're doing crowd work. People get disenchanted.
Oh, that
they don't
doesn't
want to.
work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work sometimes.
You know, they want to hear the material. They want to be laugh. They want to laugh. You know,
And then you have like-
gotta
But then
gauge the
there's
audience.
been nights where, like, at the Comedy Store, halfway through my set, I'm like, what material am I doing right now, bro? This is not the place to say, my grandma was in the kitchen last week. But
It happens, dude.
But there's only one way to find out.
You guys just
That's
gotta
why it's
do
such
it.
a scary.
Look,
form
I've
of
I've
work, bro.
I've been in lineups with Blue Comics, and this is the time when Sam would coin me Wolf Blitzer in the Comedy Store. Everybody, Wolf Blitzer's here. You know, like I would do political jokes because it was the terror, war on terror, and all this
Yeah, yeah.
stuff.
I don't know if Armand even knows this, but back then Tripp was not.
Yeah, Tripp wasn't.
He wasn't
Conspiracy
guy at all. At all. He was just like comic.
Yeah.
That's all.
So I would do the political comedy.
Yeah.
So I would be called Wolf Blitzer. That was
Yeah.
my nickname in the club. So you go in front of 4 or 5 comics talking about dicks and pussies and sex. Nobody wants to hear about Bush and fucking Hurricane Katrina and War on Terror,
Right,
72 Virgins. So you got to change it up. But I never had blue material.
Right.
So I would have shit nights. The audience just wasn't engaged.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. All right, guys, we're going on 2 hours. I think we're going to have to wrap this up. And
Hold on, I still have half a beer.
all right, let's finish our drink and then we'll wrap it up. Like we got another couple minutes, guys. If
right, wrap it
anyone else has any questions, anything that you guys want to say, go ahead and type it out. We're down to 8 viewers. We had 17 at one point.
And guys, I don't know if they're going to do a third show for Armenian Kings of Comedy, but if they do announce one, make sure you get your tickets. The
I
first
think
two-
he did. He did announce
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
They're
third-
doing a
third
third
sold
show.
out. There's
Second
probably
and
not
third
gonna
are
be a
both.
fourth.
If there's a fourth one next year, we'll let you know.
We'll be back on to promote it.
Yeah. For sure.
All right, so can I announce next guest too?
If you want to, I mean, it's up to you.
All right, so the next guest for Bros and Brews, we're going to have Brett Ernst from Cobra Kai and Ken Davidian. We're going to have a Cobra Kai episode.
From
yeah.
Cobra Kai.
Hell
yeah, so that should be fun.
And we're going to work on
Cousin
getting,
Louie and Armand the landlord.
we're going to work on getting also Ralph Macchio's T-shirt on here.
Oh, God.
There it is.
We're not getting Ralph
There it is.
Macchio. We're going to get something.
Arm John, thank you so much for coming
Thanks
out.
for having
man.
me. This was fun,
Anytime, man.
I'm kind of sad it's over, man.
Yeah.
Well, we're still going to be hanging out. So
I'm gonna go there.
anyway, guys, thank you again for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
Harry, is the
for
bar closed?
tuning in. The bar's not closed yet. Hold on.
right.
Let me finish up saying what I'm saying. Join us again on our next episode. We'll let you guys know when it is because we really don't even know when it is.
No, tentatively scheduled for March 25. So,
They should do at least twice a month, guys.
Yes.
And I told them they should.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna increase the
We're going to
videos.
increase the output. We're going to increase our videos. We're going to increase our shows. We're going to increase everything. Hopefully, viewership too. So thanks again. And at this time, the bar is now closed. Thanks, guys.
Kobe's the GOAT.